Holy landlubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. It is once again Friday. Don't adjust your watch unless your watch is telling you it's not Friday, in which case it's like probably a smartwatch. I don't know, I guess some mechanical watches have calendar elements to them. That sounds complicated. The point is, it's Friday, and you don't need to worry unless for some reason you have entered or exited some sort of time loop or time rift or other chronological anomaly in the recent past, which may be the past in your perception, but the future to me. You understand what I'm saying? Well, the point is that we're playing Sam and Max Beyond Time and Space, so, like, you know, we've been doing a lot of globetrotting and, like, a moderate amount of time shenanigans. We had Christmas Past, Present, and Future and Ice Station Santa. We had we had the Fountain of Youth sort of making people younger, which is like a reverse time, arguably. I don't actually feel like Night of the Raving Dead had anything like strongly in the realm of time manipulation. It had a zombie Abraham Lincoln, but like that's really not. Just like bringing Abraham Lincoln back from the dead is way less time travel than it is like a cult. Last week was definitely in the occult neighborhood, for sure. This week, I gotta be honest, our fourth installment of the new season of Sam and Max, new, relative to you, who most of whom have not seen or played these games before, is called The Chariots of the Dogs. And I sure remember the title, and I couldn't tell you the absolute first thing about what this is about beyond the description that's provided on the splash page for this game. Thank you for the resub, Cotillion. Also at 81 months. Thank you kindly. And I wish you much luck getting medication. And I hope that your procedure today went well. But yeah, so like, the one thing that I want you all to consider as we begin playing this, you know, we're getting close to the end of this, air quotes again, game. It's kind of hard to talk about games when it comes to Telltale and its like original game structure of like episodic games. It's like, well, you know, you really could argue that like Ice Station Santa and Moai Better Blues and Night of the Raving Dead, they're each like a self-contained game. They're a short game, but they're all games. But they're all also conceived of within the context of one story, which now is largely marketed as a singular game. But basically, we're on episode 4 of 5 for this stream, which means by the end of this, you know, we'll be entering the home stretch of what this story has to offer. Notably, for those of you watching live or relatively close to the time these games are being played, fairly certain that when the new announcement was made at the start of this year from Skunk Ape, who's been doing the remasters of the old Telltale games, that it was like first quarter 2024 they were aiming to have the third and final Telltale game remastered. No update on that I'm aware of, and as I stated, we're getting close to the end of this, so we may have to play something in the interim waiting for the last game to come out, which is what I was hoping to avoid, because like literally I wanted to play through these games last year, and then I like became aware of the remasters, and then I like looked into the release date, and I was like, well, we'll see when that happens. It'd be cool to just do them all in a row, and I don't know, I'm starting to think it will just never come out. But yeah, for now we have other problems, and those problems pertain to another case for the freelance police. That's right, we are set to begin episode 4, Chariots of the Dogs. You may recall that last time, after going to a zombie-infested castle in Stuttgart, Sam and Max themselves were transformed into zombies, had to reconstruct a Frankenstein's monster to win effectively a dating game show contest, and then repurpose said sad scorned lover by possessing his body and using it to murder a vampire. And then once all that was done, our neighbor slash detective, Flint Paper, approached Sam and Max and was like, hey, you know your buddy Bosco, who was sure not appearing in this episode at all? Well, I was trying to figure out where he went, and he's just gone, man. So we gotta team up and find him. Now, you may also recall that earlier in the season, he had a new pet conspiracy theory. He's had numerous in the time that we've known him. But he's referred to something known as them. T-H-E-M. He likes to spell it out as if that's somehow better than saying it, but saying it will draw their attention. Their attention. I want you to consider, what do you think that them is real? And what is them? Or what are them? Who are they, them? They slash them. But while you do that, I'm going to get started playing this game. Let's play Chariots of the Dogs, which I don't remember basically anything about. Maybe I'm having, like, super mild allergies or something. My nose feels weird. I know I said that, like, last week, but it was more just, like... I don't know. It was different in a way that's difficult for me to articulate while I'm expecting dialogue to happen any moment. I like the watch out for them sign.
Okay, we're in, boys.
That first step might not have been necessary.
Anti-mind control helmets for the first 50 lunatics to come out of hiding.
I've been telling you, little pals. He's just plain vanished.
We'd better look around the joint for clues.
Good plan, Sammo. Guess that's why they call you guys in for the brainy stuff and leave the senseless violence to the likes of me.
I
we do
deeply
both.
resent that comment, Mr. Paper.
Yeah, Flint. We're gonna have to join together and use every detective skill we know to find Bosco.
And amounts to, like, a lot of violence. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's reassuring.
Well, that's a no-go. Any more ideas?
Nah, that's pretty much it. To search for Bosco. Welcome, Twitch. Welcome to the stream. Nice and early. You'll get as much mystery as possible this go around. How are you doing this week? One thing I've reflected on a little bit, playing Season 2 for the first time in, like, 15 years or something stupid. I feel like Season 2 of Telltale Sam & Max overall is more spikes and troughs for me. Like, the stuff that's good, I, like, really, really like. And the stuff I don't is, like, among the more disappointing stuff I immediately recall about the series. I've said for a while that, like, my recollection was that the last installment of Season 2 was my favorite. And since I can't specifically remember what this game is, I'm wondering if it's possible that, like, this is actually the one that does what I like. I mean, obviously it's this or the next one, because it's definitely Season 2. But we'll find that out together. But, like, yeah, I mean, my recollection, like, I thought really fondly of Season 2, and, like, playing it back, like, I don't know, I just don't think the chapters are as consistently strong as Season 1, but, like, the stuff I like in them is really good.
We already checked the roof. Just a pigeon AA meeting. Nothing worth mentioning. Hey, Seismo. What's shaking? No clues here. Are THEM really out there? Any clues for us, Hugh Bliss? Nope, not a clue. It shows you what's inside what's inside. Just an enlarger. No big thing.
Now, I put a lot of effort into the random dialogue of observing these background things. I know it was possible to check them out earlier in Beyond Time and Space, but still.
No clues here.
Can I have more
Our lust for
Benang?
this tangy fruit drink started this whole mess.
That is kind of true, isn't it? We needed to get him out of here to get Benang to solve a problem in Moai Better Blues, and that's what led us to make a fake broadcast of some otherworldly entities coming to something
Bosco?
doomsday?
Nope, different weenie.
There isn't even, like, a hitbox for this them sign.
I've always wondered what Bosco keeps hidden back here.
I've always wondered if he's wearing pants back there.
Oh my god, look. Remember at the end of Season 1, you could, like, ask for all the things that would have, like, solved really specific problems, and one of them was, like a cue card that says, "Don't vote for me"? It's, like, actually here. That's very good.
Wow, it's everything we needed to solve last year's hypnotism
there we go.
conspiracy.
Whew! I'd kill for a time machine right about now. Of course, I'd kill for just about anything.
That's fair. At the end of a week, you know, I get it. Oh, that's
It
interesting.
says the code is in my head.
We better find it soon then. It must be getting lonely.
This keypad must control the laser grid blocking Bosco's bathroom.
Oh, use it to spell boobies. I love that.
Bosco, lasers, and pushing random buttons are three things that don't go well together, little buddy.
I saw, like, a really stupid GIF on social media this week where someone had, like, they constructed one of those, like, you know, it's been so many days since an incident, but it was like days since I last thought about her, and it was at, like, I'm not gonna parse out the math, but it was, like, basically, like, one short of spelling out boobies, and then he, like, incremented it by one, and then he just, like, sighed and crossed it out and wrote it back to 0. It was, like, an incredibly stupid joke that I really, really appreciated.
It's Bosco's My First Moai Head toy.
Well, considering how few things there are to interact with, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that I'm gonna X-ray this head in the X-ray machine over there, and it has the number in it, even though arguably it's not Bosco's head, it's just a head that he possesses. Which, you know, very similar but different.
Wow.
Can I have any of
everything
this?
we need.
Whew!
Nah, just a good joke. I do appreciate the continuity of, like, not only, like, making that stupid joke through a ton of effort in the first place, but then making it so you can go back there and see that he really had it.
All right. Let's have a look at your x-ray, Mr. Moai Head. We'll see what's causing that persistent tinnitus.
Prognosis, Sam?
Either this toy has a tumor the size of an overfed cat, or it's too dark to read it. It's an x-ray of Bosco's Moai Head.
Does it need the... I mean, he says it's too dark, but, like... Maybe I'm supposed to enlarge
The
it?
x-ray's plenty big enough. It's just...
So, like, do you want me to hold it up to those lights there? Does it even have a hitbox? They don't. Not registering a lot of light sources around here that feel like they would actually... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Use this as an x-ray
it
viewer at
looks
some
like-
point.
Say it?
Looks like Bosco's as clever as you are at cutting-edge intellectual humor.
You gotta admit, that is pretty funny.
It's pretty funny. We all know it's funny. The basis of comedy is that some things are universal, and we all know it's a good number.
You did it, Sammo.
Let's check in the bathroom for more clues.
I'm surprised there wasn't immediately a joke about how that sounds like a terrible idea. Particularly in Season 1, it feels like the sort of thing that we would be like, oh dear God, no. Do anything other than search the bathroom for clues. Not entirely sure why we're convinced we'll find clues in the bathroom.
Let's see if there's anything in the bathroom to tell us where Bosco's top-secret bunker is. Or maybe the bathroom is his top secret bunker.
This is exactly where I'd want to spend an apocalypse.
I sense that something terrible happened here.
Ho ho! You don't know the half of it.
I want whatever this is.
The Bosco Tech Drain Liberator 6000. I'm not going anywhere near that thing.
Not after seeing what it did to that sludgy delivery guy.
The sound alone still haunts my nightmares. Bosco's been ordering nothing but baking soda and paper mache.
I really appreciate. I'm a big fan again of the classics when it comes to comedy. Any cartoon character that has an abundance of their like main character design shirt, I always enjoy it.
Bosco has all his shirts specially treated to block out the thought control rays.
Lest nefarious forces take control of his nipples.
You really don't want that to happen. Would you want some sort of like eldritch horror causing you to lactate at its will? I don't want that.
There's no way I'm touching that towel. Not after all the people who've been using it.
But Bosco and I are the only ones who ever come back here.
Exactly. Not big enough. Bigger.
Ugh, sheesh. Even bathrooms aren't safe from natural male enhancement spam.
Really is everywhere, isn't it?
Rampaging Roy Neary with a meat and two sides. Recognize that from Easter Island, Max? It's a model volcano.
I'd say it's downright exemplary.
That's a good bad joke.
It's an industrial-sized barrel of baking soda.
But is it enough
Tons of
baking
model
soda?
volcanoes just like the one on Easter Island. It's like Bosco was obsessed with this shape.
Like I'm obsessed with the shape of Bosco's unnaturally bulbous forearms?
A little like that, but slightly less creepy. Bosco's disguises, each more offensively ludicrous than the last. Baking soda plus vinegar equals eruption.
Sounds hot, but they didn't leave a phone number.
This must mean
If
something.
you explode it, they will come.
And if it's brown, flush it down.
You think the game will let me use the urinal while Max is just here?
Urinals. Such a crude and barbaric means of bladder relief.
Says the guy who uses the fire hydrant.
I would clean up in here, but I don't want to disturb any evidence. Hot toilet wine. Everything Bosco would need to survive for months.
Just a toilet and wine. You know, everyone has their own priorities. Was there something in the trash I need?
It's empty.
Why even put it there?
A nice aged bottle of Nippy Valley.
Woof! Nippy Valley Woof. For party time or any time.
Some idiot left the cork out, Max. It turned to vinegar.
Only there were like 3 items in here and a message telling me to combine them. I mean, do I literally just pour the vinegar directly into the barrel of baking soda?
I don't know how to open the barrel.
Plunge-o-matic?
The Bosco
Let the nightmare
Tech
begin.
Drain Liberator 6000.
It's not like a whole lot of other stuff in here. Not really. I mean, maybe we can make the assumption that there's already baking soda in this particular volcano. No. Okay. Fair.
Bosco's high-tech 100% convincing disguise kit.
So, which kit was he using last year then?
A jumbo-sized bag of cotton balls.
Don't open it, Sam! I can never eat just one.
Just like Buddy the Elf.
Bosco keeps plenty of baking soda on hand to keep the bathroom fresh.
Oh, I see. I probably should have intuited that there was some remaining fistful of baking soda just in the one that's completely cartoonishly exploded. Oh, Cadius, welcome to the stream. You're just in time for this!
It's like I'm always telling you, Sam. We need a much bigger explosion.
This time, you might be right, Max.
Pour the vinegar on all of the remaining baking soda in the cartoonishly exploded barrel.
There's not enough baking soda left to do any good. I don't know how to open the barrel. It's a model volcano.
Is it possible I need something from outside? What was Leonard doing in the closet? Well, we spawned in Bosco's because we're trying to figure out where Bosco went. We haven't been to our office yet. Will it actually let me leave?
Ah, it's not like you to give up on a case, Samo.
You're right, Flint. Don't know what came over me.
Nah, we can't do that yet. Hopefully later. I've continued not feeding Leonard steak charmer, so I assume he's not well. How do I,
The freezer's Bosco free.
Am I being dumb? Are we doing one of those things where, like, something is, like, obviously a can opener repurposed to some other thing, and I just have to, like, apply it in a different place? It's not actually, like, a lot of hitboxes back here. I check this trash?
No Bosco's in here.
Definitely missing something that's probably obvious. So, you know, another one of these streams. Just par for the course. That's weird. It won't let me pour vinegar directly on the large supply of baking soda because there's not enough baking soda to do any good. But I am allowed to take more baking soda. That feels unintuitive.
Nah. Nothing doing.
We just want... let's see if the game will let us just put, like, a bunch of... like, a lot of baking soda in it. This feels like kind of like a stupid solution, but it might work. How many do you think is enough? Do you think that the game will tell me when it's had enough baking soda? Like, it just doesn't feel like it's much of a puzzle for them to be like, yeah, you figured it out, but what if, like, more baking soda? What if I have a fever and the only cure is more baking soda? So far, it has failed to stop me from continuing to do this. I don't know if that means anything. It's a random question. Is baking soda bad for your hands? It's probably not, right? I don't think it's gonna have some kind of immediate chemical reaction to whatever's just on your skin. I hope this works.
It's like I'm always telling you, Sam. We need a much bigger explosion.
This time, you might be right, Max.
Alright, hold on. I think I'm over and underthinking this at the same time. Can opener?
What was that for, Sam?
That barrel was looking at me funny.
God, you, like, never solve a puzzle with gun.
And the school board said our cases had no educational merit.
Do it again! Do it again!
How are we trying to convince the school board of...
What's that noise?
Oh, this is the one. It's like a whole episode sooner than I thought it was.
They've come
I
for
did.
us,
The
Max.
reason I remarked on it is because of how rare
HEM.
that is.
Good! About time we found out who's responsible for this travesty.
I hope you enjoy it. Because this is happening, this is the one that does the thing. We, like, introduce the best villain who's also the worst villain. It is equally both things. So brace yourselves.
Hey guys. Look,
Wow, his disguise kit's really doing
Did you want a
overtime.
haircut, Bosco? There's something different.
Finally see a doctor about that, personal problem?
You guys done?
Yeah, that's all we got.
Good. Now shut up and help me.
What seems to be the problem, Bessie?
That elevator over there, it's horrible. I went inside looking for THEM, but when I got out, I saw my mother. Oh, it gets worse. I ran out of there fast as I could, and when I came out, I was like this. You gotta
So he
fix
didn't
it,
start that
guys.
way? I mean, to be fair, and this isn't a complaint, it's just an observation. Never seen you without your clothes on, your, like, cartoon shirt or whatever. So, like, maybe as far as I know, you were always a calendar there. I don't know.
What are you doing on an alien spaceship?
I got tired of being scared of THEM. I finally said, bring 'em on! I built this device that lets me predict where they were gonna show up next. Then I let 'em come on and take me.
So, did you get udders, or are you a boy cow?
That's
You can
none of our
see
business,
the
Max.
udders.
What
You
happened
can
next,
see them.
Bosco?
I used the device on myself, you know, to test it. After that, it's all a blur.
Where's this THEM detector device you were talking about?
I don't know. I must have lost it in that elevator after I got turned into this thing.
You sure you weren't always like that? Acadia says Bosco, more like Boss Cow. Hey, got him. Nice.
What is this place, Bosco?
You guys still don't get it? This is it! The center of the entire operation of THEM!
Kinda sparse for the headquarters of a sinister cabal bent on world domination.
You don't need much room when you can go anywhere you want through time and space.
Alright, chat. We're in the headquarters of THEM. Bosco has established this, as well as turning into a cow. While there's still time, I want you all to speculate what you think exactly THEM is. What's their deal? Also, welcome, Demolition. Just finished their cauliflower rice, chickpea noodles, etc. None of it good. That's rough. Those are all alternatives to food, and I understand their merit, but, like, it's not exciting.
The place seems pretty empty. Where are THEY hanging out?
I don't know, but you can bet they're around here somewhere. Just waiting to probe us and turn us all into freakish animal-human hybrids.
Bosco, Sam is standing right here.
What's with all the volcanoes back in your store?
Guys, try to keep up. Haven't you figured anything out yet? The volcano
You're a
is
cow.
what summons the spaceship, fools!
Sam, is it my imagination, or are we being scolded by the guy who's half cow?
He doesn't even have the decency to be a proper minotaur. He's just cow.
Don't go anywhere, Bosco.
And now where am I gonna go looking like this? Help me get back to normal, guys.
Normal? We'll get you back the way you were before, but we're not promising more than that.
Look at him, he's more like 5/6 cow. Yeah, it's like problematic. No, it's a convenient exit door.
There appears to be an 18% loss of efficiency in the starboard tachyon pulse perambulator. It'd take me 4 days to fix.
You have 30 seconds.
Hey, wow, I wore the right shirt for this, huh?
Either
Same
we've
joke?
seen a huge spike in theta wave radiation off the port bow, or I have no idea how to read this thing.
Picture
It appears to be made of the finest leather from only the finest in mutilated cattle.
Don't joke about that!
Hey Max, what do you think this thing is?
Calibrating. Complete. I now have mastered your primitive but no less valid language.
Oh, good.
Please choose from the following topics of conversation.
You know what I want? Do you remember in Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative when you like went to investigate like a character's desk after they were killed and they had like a hologram of themselves and like one of the subjects was birthday? You click on it and they just sing happy birthday to you in like the creepiest way humanly possible. I would like that. Do we have that option here? It's interesting that there appears to be like a big card slot. Alright, system identification, owner identification, obvious query, elevator usage, system settings, terminate. I hope terminate doesn't mean me. The only desk you remember is the breasts behind the desk. But that's not even a desk. That's specifically not a desk. I mean, a desk is involved, but your description means it's not... You don't remember the desk.
Who are you?
I am this craft's artificial intelligence. I supervise the operations of this craft and the activities of its crew.
Where's the crew?
They are currently occupied with the craft's primary mission. They will arrive shortly to detain you for your own safety.
That sounds reassuring. For my safety and whatnot.
What happened to Bosco?
The intruder made unsanctioned use of the time shuttle.
How do we
what?
use that elevator?
Simply choose a destination. Additional destinations can be opened using convenient pre-printed time cards.
That's not... One, that's not what time cards do. Two, didn't you just say he got turned into a cow for unauthorized usage of that? Why are you telling me how to use it?
What are my options?
My personality can be configured to respond in the style most appropriate to the user. Please choose from the following options.
Politically correct, suggestive, abusive, passive-aggressive. I mean, we should try all of these, but in case we don't...
Suggestive.
Oh, that is exactly how I like it.
Uh-huh. Now, just out of curiosity, how do you answer the same questions we already asked?
What happened to Bosco?
Bosco made illicit use of the time shuttle and just savaged history.
Who are you?
The better question is, who are you?
Where's the crew?
Don't worry about them. This moment is all about us.
I do appreciate that the Telltale Sam & Max games do not shy away from constructing, like, nested dialogue trees that are just comedic bits. You can completely ignore them, but there's, like, a lot to mine.
What are my options?
My personality can be configured to respond in the style most appropriate to the user. Please choose from the following options.
Abusive.
Good choice, moron. Did you come up with that yourself, or did your idiot friend help out?
Who are you?
Did it ever dawn on you I might be the ship's computer, moron?
What happened to Bosco?
Oh gee, I don't know. Do you think it might have something to do with screwing around with his history, Brainiac?
That's honestly, like, more information than asking the other personalities has told us. There was some implication that, like, there was a direct cause and effect to him changing history and it affecting him, but that's the only one that so far has been, like, he literally did it to himself.
How do we use that elevator?
It's a time machine. You get time cards. Figure it out, moron.
What are my options?
My personality can be configured to respond in the... Please choose from...
Passive-aggressive.
Selection acknowledged. I'll just alter my entire personality matrix to make you more comfortable.
Thanks.
Who are you?
Oh, nobody. Just the one who controls all functions of the ship's computer. That's all.
Where's the crew?
Oh, I don't know. They're off somewhere, leaving me to take care of everything.
That seems like a real response.
What happened to Bosco?
Oh, he just interfered with causality, leaving it for the rest of us to clean up.
How do we use that elevator?
Just print out a time card whenever it's convenient for you. Don't worry about wasting paper or anything.
I feel like that's genuinely passive-aggressive.
What are my
I'm gonna set it back to
My
suggestive and you can't
personality
stop
can
me.
be configured to respond in the style most appropriate to the user. Please choose from the following options.
Oh, it says the ship's computer moron. That's a weird name for the ship's computer. Yeah, it's probably like an acronym for something that like I'm too stupid to understand. Or so it would suggest to me.
Good choice.
Alright, print me a time card.
We'd like to get a time card, please.
I cannot print a time card until the captain chooses a destination.
Uh-huh. That doesn't wrap around. Alright.
So long.
I'll see you later.
So...
Appears to be made of the finest leather.
Don't.
So I can't sit in the captain's chair to do the thing. Well, how about this? I appear to have like one time card. An elevator is not incredibly distinct from a TARDIS, if you think about it.
Bosco's again? How'd we end up back here?
Judging from the lack of safety railings and ready availability of guns and ammo, I'd say we've gone back in time. Seems to be sometime in the early sweet mother of mole sauce.
You fools gonna buy something, or do you want to make a baby?
Well now.
Are those the only options? Oh, hey, Sarah, welcome to the stream. All is bad and Bosco is a cow. That sums it up pretty effectively, Sarah. I'm sorry to hear it's not going well. But if it makes you feel any better, I thought the stuff that's exciting about this episode happened in the last one of the season, which means we have to wait one fewer week for cool stuff. I'm going to take the modified carbon data.
Hey, Max, remember that old carbon dater we got from Sybil last year?
Yeah, we gave it to Bosco so he could keep scanning his weenies.
Looks like he's made some modifications to it.
Do I want to know what they do? Vasco, letting that sink
She's
in.
even stronger than my mom.
She's most likely stronger than your mom. Not mine, but, you know, average mom. Probably not as strong as this lady with that opening line. But I do encourage you to, like, not... Oh, that's so good.
I don't need a map to get to Bone Town.
That's actually really clever. Because, like, whenever we go in Bosco's, you know, there's liquor, there's occasionally weaponry, but only when the plot demands it. And then it's, like, mostly just, like, a grocery store or something. But, like, it's always had that sign out front that says guns, liquor, baby needs, which is, like, a reference to the neighboring store in Sam and Max Hit the Road. But, like, now that we've gone to the past, they literally sell guns, liquor, and baby needs. And it's motivated
Baby
by her
food and
character.
bum wipes. If you use less of one, you wouldn't need as many of the other.
God, when Sam and Max is good, it's so good.
What's this?
It's my chemical sampler.
God,
Get
that sounds
somebody to
unpleasant.
spit on it, and it gives you a sample test tube for the baby maker.
Mind if we borrow it?
Go ahead. I already got all I need.
I again discourage you from thinking about it. Less bum wipes, more food. Agreed. That's like, I don't know if it's ideal, but I think it's what we all want, right?
What a waste. What a senseless waste.
So stupid. I'm so glad that just minutes into this is already just one of the best. Just absolutely one of the best.
This sample says Mama Bosco.
Don't touch that. I made that sample when my spit was most fertile.
I'm not entirely sure that you're doing this right, that's fine.
This sample has been completely contaminated by milk. It'll have to be replaced.
Does this chapter let me keep rewriting Bosco's DNA?
I think I'm better off not knowing what Max is made of.
Babe?
This week's specials: milk, diapers, 9mm hollow points. Yeah, obviously. What else? What were you expecting?
9mm hollow points are always special.
Is that how babies work? Listen, I'm not anyone's dad or anything. But, well, I guess the problem is that I also don't own some sort of, like, high-powered 70s blender to rule out that it doesn't work that way. I don't know. Let's talk.
Mrs. Bosco.
That's Ms. Bosco. I don't want any part of your oppressive patriarchy.
That's fair. I
enough, ma'am.
apologize.
Miss, you.
Who are you?
Sam
I'm
and
a dog.
Max, freelance police.
Finally, the police. Maybe you can help me catch that fool.
Was he a cow?
Which fool did you want us to catch exactly?
That man who just came in here yelling about conspiracies and busting up the place.
Bosco always did know how to make a memorable first impression.
Can you tell us more about the man who trashed your shop?
He took one look at me and screamed.
That should narrow the list of suspects down to any man with eyes.
Then he stumbled back and ran right into my baby maker.
Ouch.
We can't take the case, but we'll keep an eye out for your vandal, Miss Bosco.
I swear if I ever find him, I'm gonna make sure he gets no pleasure in this life.
Ah, I haven't heard a tale of motherly love like that since the Manchurian Candidate.
It's a good thing that most characters are immune to comedic asides, because I feel like that's something of a spoiler. Just to immediately reference the fact that the Vandal would have a familial relationship to her.
We're here to help your son.
I don't have a son. You think it's not enough I'm a businesswoman and inventor? A woman's only useful if she's got a son.
It's not that. We're friends with him.
Well, acquaintances.
We know him.
We're
sort of obliged to help him.
Doesn't matter. I'm not defined by my children. But when I do have one, she's gonna be the most perfect little angel.
What was that you said about making a baby?
I'm made uncomfortable by this line of questioning, Sam.
That's just because you're scared of a world where career-minded women don't need to be tied to a man to have a family. This ain't the past anymore. It's the 1960s. They can talk about putting a person on the moon, and I can invent a baby-making machine.
This is a type of really incredibly stupid joke I'm highly susceptible to, that I call the Smallville classification of joke, where, like, someone is, like, inexplicably aware of, like, details that don't make sense for the purpose of a joke that's, like, really heavily understood only by, like, the viewer. It's not the past anymore, it's the 60s! We went to the moon! Like, that's a normal enough thing to say, I guess, in the 60s, but, like, it feels like it's spoken aloud only for the sake of us being like, but it is the past, it's the 60s. Really like the aggressive eyebrows. I really like her character design and her personality. Excellent job here, frankly. All the more reason to be upset by Bosco pretending to be his mom at the end of season 1. I do also think perhaps I have to add, what was that you said about making babies, to the list of quotes to retrieve from all the Sam & Max games, which I'll probably spend like a whole day of my life doing at some point. So shoot your suggestions out of a cannon at me on the Discord. And because I guess I'm thinking about it, just in case you're not already on there, do that, please. Okay, great. We've exhausted these dialogue options for now.
We're gonna pick up some swinging 60s chicks and start a groovy hullabaloo.
Men.
Cut it out, Max.
She's so
you don't
mad.
even like girls.
Oh, right.
You got a problem with women?
Nah, just never interested. With all the general malice I have to get done in a day, girls are just a huge waste of time.
I have never been as turned on as I am right now.
What?
You just never found the right woman, and I never found the right man. Forget the baby maker.
Catastrophic temporal anomaly detected.
Run away with me, Max, my white stallion.
Curse
Ruh-roh.
my irresistible animal magnetism.
I really like... There's a specific line of dialogue in Sam and Max Hit the Road that was mirrored exactly there. There's some conversation you have, like, at the Bigfoot convention, where Sam says to Max, like, cut it out, Max, you don't even like girls. And his response is, I don't? And then Sam says the same thing here. Max is like, oh, right, that's right. There's another. Which one in particular do you like there, Demolition? So we have to convince her to not fall in love with Max, huh? That's like a... That's a tall order. I feel like nothing Max can say is gonna affect that, so we'll start there, I guess.
I'm a bad seed. I can't be faithful to just one woman.
Oh, I'm enough for at least a dozen women. You dog, you.
Wait, what? Specifically, the curse my animal magnetism, and I've never been so turned on. Yeah, I've never been so turned on. That's probably got to be one, right?
We're from different worlds. I'm from Earth, and you're from the freakiest planet of the freak system.
Opposites attract, baby. You're the only man not falling over himself to get me.
I'm president of the U.S., and you'd make a lousy first lady.
You just don't know what you want. I may not be the first, but I'm the last lady you'll ever need.
I appreciate that the elevator immediately let us know that we were, wreaking havoc on established chronicity.
I'm married to my career.
They had the ceremony in Canada because it's legal there.
All those excuses you keep making just prove you need me.
Just looking at you repulses me.
And that's from a guy who has a 12-volume scrapbook labeled Things I Have Shed.
You can try to push me away, but I know how you really feel.
I think I'd rather take napalm in an IV drip while being pulled through a wheat thresher than spend another second with you.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
I want to see some. I'm curious to see if I can end this conversation and then go see if Bosco is now like a horrible half-max monstrosity.
Look, lady, you just don't get it. I'm just not into you.
Keep on protesting. It just makes me know you're the one.
I assume that Sam has something that he can say that will be like, oh man, this is what he's into. Wait, can I talk to portable AI?
The spaceship's artificial intelligence unit is stuck on the elevator.
That feels like an inventory item that I'll have to do something about
The
later.
artificial intelligence unit is stuck on the elevator.
Can I not use the elevator?
What do
I
you
just hit
think
the
you're
wrong...
doing?
You know, the usual. Traveling through time and stuff.
Override. You've caused a catastrophic temporal anomaly. You're going back to the ship so you can think about what you've done.
Is that an override, or was that what I was trying to do? Oh, he's getting the Back to the Future treatment.
Just look at what you did.
Sam, what's a catastrophic temporal paradox?
That! What the hell did you guys do?
Max,
does it feel
when
like?
You made Mama Bosco decide not to have a baby. That meant Bosco was never born.
But if Bosco was never born, then we never would have gone back to meet Mama Bosco in the first place. Neat!
Are you fools just gonna stand there explaining everything? Or are you gonna fix me?
The first
Give
one.
a guy a cool cow body, and all of a sudden he's the owner of the time stream.
I know, right?
Boo!
What did you say?
Moo!
Anything like new I could talk about here? No, let's just
I'll
resolve the
see.
problem we created. Wait, what's the red button do? Do we know this?
It's the elevator's emergency recall button.
Oh, that means it must be possible to get back here without using the elevator somehow? I'm gonna assume that's the Centurion treatment, where one of us just, like, waits in Bosco's store for 100 years. That's a Doctor Who. That's a Doctor Who reference. I don't know how many Doctor Who people there are in chat. Alright, let's try to fix it, I guess. Oh yeah, tell me how that baby maker works, like if you're not gonna use it or
How
whatever.
does this baby-making machine work?
You just take a DNA sample from the mother and the other person and combine
The
them
mother
in
and
that
the other.
machine. Let it bake a couple hours and you've got a beautiful baby girl. Or boy, I guess. I've already got my own samples in there. I'm gonna test it out tonight after closing.
How do you get the DNA samples?
Isn't that obvious? Saliva, fools!
Well, naturally.
Oh, of course.
Thank God.
Where'd you get the father's sample?
Oh, him. Well, I was just in Washington, D.C. for a special occasion, and when I was touring the White House, I met a nice man in a dark suit. He was polite and didn't say much. Seemed like his spit was as good as anybody else's, so I picked him.
About you and Max.
You mean the future Mr. Bosco?
Seems like all of these are still kind of trying to make the same flawed argument.
Max just isn't that into you.
Oh, geez, Sam, show a little tact. What he means to say is, there is absolutely no way, no how I would ever be interested in you until the day the Earth is consumed by the flames of our exploding sun.
But that
You
would be a
say
pretty good
that
day, right?
now.
Miss Bosco, I really think you should reconsider.
I can already see us. Living next door to that nice detective.
Well, it would be nice having someone to do my laundry.
You don't even wear clothes.
And yet, I always end up with so many blood-stained shirts. Tis a mystery.
There's just no explanation for that whatsoever.
Max doesn't even like girls.
They're a nuisance at best.
Hasn't been interested since... When did that start exactly?
I think it all goes back to that time we were... No flashback? Okay. Well, it's been ever since junior high.
I feel like I could use more detail on that.
Think of your children. What about that?
I won't need kids once I have the love of my Max. He'll be my new little pet project.
Max is belligerent, recalcitrant, and quite possibly psychotic.
So you're jealous, is that it? Want to keep him all to yourself?
I never knew you felt this way, Sam.
Temporal anomaly detected.
Shut up. It's not like that.
Anything changed over here? No, okay. We need some sort of outside influence, I guess. Wait, did we do Max is no good for you? Did we do that one?
Max is no good for you.
Oh, I can fix him.
You're wasting your time, Miss Bosco. Max just isn't interested.
The more he protests, the more I know he's the one.
So far, we haven't encountered any sort of thing that feels like it's... Wait a minute.
It's
how's
our
this...
old carbon dater with Bosco's printer attachment.
What do I anticipate this is used for?
Don't touch that! I made that sample when my spit was most fertile.
No siree. It printed a time card with Stinky's logo on it.
What? What? How and why did Bosco construct an attachment to the carbon dating machine that instead of providing any sort of readout as to how old the thing is, generates time cards of no specified origin. I don't think the door on the left will take us back to the present. I am going to try that. That was next on my to-do list, but I got thrown off by, like, actually having a result from the time card machine.
What was that?
It printed a time card with a presidential seal and some strange numbers.
I think this is just like the bathroom in 1960X. Oh man, we're doing the reverse day of the tentacle. Now we're gonna get the wine from the vinegar we already used.
A nice aged bottle of Nippy Valley brand vinegar.
Ah, some idiot left the cork in, Sam. It's still wine.
Let's just let that breathe for a few decades, Max.
Bootstraps!
Oh, the germs look so young. My paws are spotless. We're better to crunch numbers than in the John.
I don't think I like anything in the bathroom to crunch. Am I weird?
No timeout needed. Russians send first woman into space.
Soon they'll send all their women into space.
There's like a whole dinosaur skull. And a flux capacitor. Two things that both can be true. Okay, I'm not sure which thing you're asking about demolition. We have the freezer refrigerator section is called drinks for babies and
Milk and
parents.
hooch. Something for the kiddies and something for your cereal.
Oh, martini in a box. That's good for someone. We still have the DEF CON level, which is a little weird. I guess we can go...
We're already there.
Oh, I see. Now it's giving us the option to... So, if I, like, use these on the elevator, they'll go in the slots? Is that correct? Okay. And then if I click on the elevator, it will allow me to use them. Oh, I got the cork from that activity? Okay. Let's go slightly further back in time. Is the man in the dark suit also Sam, inexplicably? In a way that she would, like, most definitely recognize, but didn't?
Look,
Nice,
Sam, it's my
efficient
summer
use of the set
office.
we already
I don't
established.
think so, Max. Take a look around.
Welcome to the Oval Office, visitors. Next tour begins in 30 minutes.
This is a long time before the horrific sequence of events that led to your presidency.
I'm not leader of the free world here? This will not stand!
So Max is going to be every president by the end of this game? Alright, sounds good. You mess with the calendar?
It's
We're not the
official
president.
calendar of the United States. The best part of being president is changing the date for the entire country.
I don't want to change the date right now. I'm temporarily confused enough as it is.
That's a reasonable point. Actually,
The father of our country. I wonder who's in this picture.
It probably came with the frame.
guess we should talk to Super Ball, who inexplicably is
Hi
here
there,
looking
random
identical.
Secret Service agent.
I can answer any of your questions. Please don't touch anything. I'm Agent Superball.
Super Ball?
It's a code name, sir. I'm a bouncer. Secret Service humor.
In the future, we know a guy who looks just like you, with the same name.
I've never seen you before, and there couldn't be another Agent Superball, sir. The code names are unique.
Oh, Super Ball! I get it.
Where's the president?
He's in the war room. Important national crisis. And when I said national crisis, I meant to say he's just watching television. We are not at the brink of war with Cuba.
All right, Sam, our mission
But we
is
are at the
clear.
brink of television with
Nuke
Cuba.
the commie
I
bast-
think we've seen enough of the war room for one lifetime, Max.
Yeah, you're right, Sam. Having to hurt people from a distance takes all the fun out of it anyway.
What do you think of the president?
He's the greatest man who ever lived, sir.
Oh, these poor bastards of the 60s having to grow up in a world without David Arquette.
Heard any good gossip about the president?
Extra toes or nipples, can't talk to the press without slices of ham stuffed down his pants. Stuff like that.
The president is beyond reproach, sir. I won't hear any more of it.
How long have you been working for the White House?
Just a few months. I've already been assigned my first door.
That's all you do? Guard this door?
Not at all, sir. I also provide tours, run the patent office, and narrate public service announcements.
That's a lot of work for one man.
Run the patent
I'm
office,
still new.
huh? That
In
sounds
40 years, I'll
relevant.
be promoted to receptionist.
Wow, what a prolific sense of how careers work here in 2024.
We need your help with something official.
What will it be, sir?
We want exclusive rights to produce our latest invention.
We wish to crush competing inventors to see them driven before us and hear the lamentations of their patent lawyers.
Very well. What'll it be?
Lighthearted surgery supplies?
Colostomy bags made of bubble wrap. As much fun to pop as they are to wear.
That's clever, sir. But I can't just issue a patent on an idea. I'd need a sample of the invention, plus an explanation of what makes it unique.
We want to hear you narrate a public service announcement.
All right. Are your cigarettes killing you? As unbelievable as it might seem, cigarettes made outside the U.S. actually contain chemicals that are addictive and possibly even harmful. For your own safety and that of your children, smoke only homeland-grown tobacco, the kind doctors recommend for your good health. Now you know, for a better America.
There's some weird visual artifact on the door frame that wasn't showing up in the capture at all.
We'd like a tour of the office.
Very well, sir. That's a desk. There's a couch.
There
Another
we
couch
go.
is there. A calendar, some pictures. The door you see behind me is 100% northwestern white pine with an interior flat jamb in.
That's plenty, thanks. Just keep guarding that door.
Gladly, sir.
Did you see a strange woman in here a while ago?
Assertive career woman, asking everyone to spit.
That's the one.
That's
Yes,
the
sir.
one.
I admired her independent spirit and sass.
We came here from the far-off future.
Aren't you amazed and surprised?
Isn't that shocking?
I've seen a lot of things, sir. It takes a lot to shock me.
Oh, really?
I bet we could surprise you.
Can't be done, sir. I'm imperturbable.
We're your new sons.
And we want to live in your house and raise my children of questionable parentage.
And we're both axe murderers.
And I'm voting for Barry Goldwater.
Nothing?
It's like I said, sir. I'm not startled easily.
We come from the beginning of the 21st century.
In the future, television is delivered through thick cables instead of being sent through the air.
Does that not blow your ever-loving mind?
Not really, sir. I'm not easily startled.
We killed your dog.
I'm surprised, sir.
Really?
Yes, surprised that you try that one again. It never works.
Kind of a weird reaction to that. We're supposed to, like, make that more convincing?
All right, we give up.
The man's a rock, Sam.
Nice try, sirs. I almost felt my pulse rate increase there.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Feels like there's a lot to do here and I can't do any of it yet. Also, potentially much of that doesn't matter. I don't. Let's go to the other one then. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's gonna be Grandpa Stinky. The original Stinky, of course. The one that we're concerned present-day Stinky murdered.
What do you two want?
It's the one true Stinky.
Are we glad to see you?
Why?
Still, it's a new person to talk to.
Look, Sam, it's us as impressionable preteens.
Exceedingly well done!
Do you think we're gonna have to take something from this Bluster Blaster to fix the present one, which is like super chill?
Hi, Stinky.
Are you the parents of those two parasites?
Well, not exactly.
Although we do still have a time machine, so I wouldn't completely rule out the possibility.
That's gross, Max.
I'm just saying.
We bring a warning from the future.
In about 25 years, you're going to be murdered.
Murdered my swollen pancreas. I once wrestled 4 rabid grizzlies while standing on the back of a rutting alligator while being pelted with karate-tipped darts and fighting off a case of irritable bowel syndrome. I'd like to meet the man who could murder old Stinky.
Hi, I'm Max.
He's got kind of like a remastered Popeye sensibility to his whole look.
Honest, Stinky, we're detectives, and we've seen all the evidence. You're gonna get offed.
When? How? And who's going to do it?
Well, we don't know exactly.
Detectives
We've
is
seen the
really
evidence,
more of
but we know
a
nothing.
catch-all term for guys with guns.
Some woman claiming to be your granddaughter has taken over your restaurant.
Granddaughter my cleft palate. I never had any children.
Really? A cantankerous, misanthropic, hairy old cuss like you would be great with kids.
Perhaps. Someday.
Yeah, I don't want to rush you, Stinky, but if you're planning kids, you're gonna have to get on that pretty quick.
Now, we still have that time machine.
We want to order something.
Too bad.
We'll take a pan-fried red panda with... What?
Can't you see? I'm so close to perfecting my gooey molasses tar cake. I can't be arsed to cook for you hooligans when I got so much cooking to do.
What's a gooey molasses tar cake?
It's based on my ancient family recipe. But my
Is it written on a cave wall?
knuckle-dragging forefathers never thought to use my secret ingredient.
The blood of innocence!
Nutmeg.
You're both wrong, and you're both stupid. It's the one thing no one has ever thought to use before.
But did you have any grandchildren? That's a great question to, like, disarm someone who, like, already thinks you're an idiot. Just be like, I don't have any children, but do you have any grandchildren? That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
I'll test your tar cake for you, Stinky.
Sam can and will eat anything.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? To just waltz into a restaurant and order something to eat. You're just trying to find out my secret ingredient. Well, you won't, because it's the one thing no one has ever thought to use.
We're from the Public Health Board.
Almost none of the vermin in this establishment are wearing federally approved hairnets.
Government types. Pah! Weak and pathetic, the lot of you. You can't even
Weak
begin
was
to
spelled
comprehend what I'm doing here. My dishes will challenge the weak and weed out the inferiors.
Weak was spelled
like
correctly
you
this time.
jelly-jawed lip flappers. Only the strongest will survive. It will be glorious!
So, are you going to show us to our table or what?
How are the 80s treating you, Stinky?
What are you two still doing here? No animals allowed in my diner.
It's
What about
okay.
them?
We're service animals.
Could we be seated already?
Sure.
No shirt, no shoes, no service.
We're being discriminated against, Sam.
Curse my giant dog feet. Curse my giant dog
Thanks for the
feet.
chat, Stinky.
Just go away and die.
But most of all, thanks for just being you.
I can see why they miss Grandpa Stinky so much. I'm gonna take this screwdriver. I definitely need it.
Can I borrow that screwdriver? Well, as long as you promise to bring it back. I hate
I
to
won't.
think what would happen if I had to stop working on computers. Sure thing, kid.
What's this?
Check this out. It's from 1963, and it's signed by the president. My dearest Maxine, meet me tonight at Stinky's. Wear that dress I like, the one where I can see your... Holy, I didn't think they knew that word back then.
The president's wife wasn't named Maxine.
What is this, the Temperance League? Lighten up!
Looks like this case has a screw loose.
Alright, I mean... Well, those fists are slightly ham-based.
Max, distract Stinky for me.
Oh my god, look, Stinky!
Yeah, what?
Somebody's trying to break into your display case!
Real smooth, little buddy.
Luckily, he doesn't seem to care enough to actually stop this from happening.
Another satisfied customer.
Not the only one with a screw loose. It's harder to find someone who doesn't have a screw loose in the world of Sam and Max, in fairness. You know, it's interesting. So, like, Sam and Max Season 1 from Telltale, it's very episodic in a sort of, like, traditional television sense of, like, it's, like, kind of formulaic. It has the same characters every time. Not only would I say that, like, environments and stories are, like, more wildly varied in Season 2, but also just, like, the characters you interact with are, like, pretty inconsistent as well.
Hey, little guy. What are you scamps up to?
I'm only playing Bluster Blaster, the newest and best video game ever made. Duh!
Nice try!
Shouldn't you kids be doing something constructive? Or at least less nerdy?
Today I get to do anything I want.
You do anything you want every day, Max.
You're the best!
Why don't you kids go
I'm
outside
so
and play?
excited.
Why would I go outside when my best friend's in here?
Gee, Max.
Oh yeah, Sam's here too.
You're radical!
What's so great about this video game?
Are you kidding? This game is the only thing that really understands me.
You rock hard!
See what I mean?
Wouldn't it be healthier to get your validation from other people?
People are dumb and they just don't get me.
You're the greatest!
See, it's like the game knows what I'm thinking.
Playing that game so much is unhealthy, little guy.
You're awesome!
Unhealthy to hear the truth? I don't think so.
Why do you think that Max gets to do whatever he wants today? You think it's some special occasion?
I vaguely remember something very important about this day. What was it?
There was my party? Duh!
Don't forget that prom and after-prom kissing retreat tonight, Max.
Boring!
Great job! You're getting better!
That prom sounds like a fun and informative time for a young person. Why aren't you there?
Couldn't you get a date? Loser! You're the loser, loser! No, you are! Jenny Tallarico asked me to go, but I turned her down. She just doesn't get me like Bluster Blaster does.
Great move! You almost dodged it!
Wasn't Jenny Tallarico the girl who had a crush on you for years, Max?
I don't know. I never noticed. They call her Jenny Tungarico because she'll kiss anybody and she
I
uses
don't need a
her
map to get to
whole
Bone Town.
mouth. Grody! Ugh, grody!
She uses her whole mouth. Do I... No, I don't think I see clarification on that.
There's lots of neat stuff about girls. You'll realize once you take that first step to adulthood.
Why bother? I've got everything I need right here.
You're the best!
Hope we make that arcade machine mad.
Just say
Feels
no,
reasonably
buddy.
likely.
Word up!
Hey, champ, what are you working on? I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
But we're strangers who have candy and cool guns you can play with.
Those are the
Well, that
acceptable
should be
kind,
okay.
right? Yeah.
I'm working on my new arcade game, Bluster Blaster. What are you doing with Bluster Blaster? I built him from a kit. Now I'm just working on the AI.
Now I remember. You used to be a total nerd, Sam. Funny, though. All this time we've spent talking to the cops, and you never once mentioned you're the guy who built Bluster Blaster.
Just never seemed relevant, I guess.
It's so stupid. That's so like Star Wars Episode 1 R2-D2 retcon.
What's wrong with the video game? It's fine, I guess. But with only a 1 megahertz processor and this 8-bit I/O adapter, the AI doesn't get enough cycles to... Can the dork lingo, Chubbs. Just give me the recap. It'd be easy enough to download a new AI, but I haven't found one that's any good.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna put the Time Machine AI in there. And something profit. Luke kissing Leia. I read something recently, like a statement from the person who did the score, being like, yeah, so like I accidentally made like a romantic theme for Luke and Leia. It's like, was it accidental, or did George Lucas keep that close to his vest and make it up as he was going along? Because, like, I feel like, as much credit as anyone wants to give George Lucas, like, he probably would have had the creative decision to be like, hey, you know what, this is... Maybe we don't want to set this precedent if it wasn't somehow his intention, but clearly that stuff made it in the final movie, huh?
Shouldn't you kids be outside playing or dating or whatnot? Outside? It's 8 o'clock at night.
When I was your age, I would have set fire to at least 4 different categories of things by this hour.
Nuh-uh. You would have been playing that video game all day, just like he is.
Don't you sass me, boy! You're lucky that you grew up to be the only one who knows how to use the time machine, kid.
Stupid.
Aren't you worried you're turning into something of a,
Dweeb? Doofus? Dorkwad?
Who cares? I don't need you guys or anybody else. Max never calls me names.
That's right, Poindexter.
Headshot!
Wouldn't you rather grow up to be as cool as I am? With a boss car and a detective job and a huge gun? Would I have to be as fat as you, too?
Aw, jeez.
Temporal anomaly detected.
You got lucky, punk. There's got to be something more constructive to do than work on this game all night. Well, there is that prom at the school tonight. This year's theme is Summer of Awakening Desire. Lame.
Lame.
Well said.
A smooth kid like you must have dozens of girls wanting to go to the prom with you.
Oh, don't lie to the boy, Sam.
Nah, all the girls are into Max because he's mean to them. And also, he doesn't complain when they dress him up in their doll clothes.
The precious memories.
Let's stick to one neurosis at a time, Max.
Well, that explains our mini-game from Sam and Max Hit the Road, huh? I don't know why we're trying to, like, change our own personalities. Like, not only is that an inherent temporal paradox, but, like, we don't have any reason, like, we're fine, aren't we? This feels like a weird approach to me.
Make good choices, son. Didn't you guys say I could play with your guns? We lied, kid.
Remember this. It's a good life lesson.
Alright, hold on. Let me try to scan everyone in this room.
It printed out a card with the Intergalactic Freelance Police logo. Sounds intriguingly futuristic.
The what? The what now?
I already scanned Max with this thing. That's how we got here.
So each, like, DNA signature gets one time card no matter when they're scanned in time? That's pretty wild.
Weird. It doesn't work on him for some incomprehensible reason we don't care enough about to pursue further.
Good. Keep your fancy gewgaws and who's your what's-its away from me.
Wow, that camera did not function correctly in a way that was pretty glorious. Alright, well... let's try something obvious, I guess. I don't know if this is correct, but it might do. Can I just pry this off?
It's sealed on there with some futuristic super adhesive. I'd never be able to pry it off.
Okay. Well, I'm sure definitely putting the Star Trek card in the time machine. Think we have to make Bosco not like Max and then give her the presidential letter? Maybe? Question mark? But I think it's a cause and then effect.
Look, Sam, more visitors.
I don't know how to use a light bulb with that.
There, Sam.
That's so good. Fairly certain there's a specific line of dialogue trying to use the light bulb from Sam and Max Hit the Road. Also, clearly Max wearing a Geordi visor from Star Trek The Next Generation. Meanwhile, Sam has an adapted, like, futuristic wheelchair that looks like Davros from, Doctor Who?
Hello, future me. I can't shoot, Max. Apparently, all those years of adventuring have taken their toll. I can't use these things together.
There's something actually, like, insanely genius about like an adventure game character getting a specific type of Alzheimer's where they only like are able to like comprehend the things that they would mutter while failing to combine inventory items.
Hiya, Future Max.
Oh, hey guys! Look, Sam, more visitors for your special day. Comically backwards past versions of ourselves.
Special day?
I want to keep these shoestrings.
That's nice, Sam.
Look, it's gonna happen eventually. I don't know how long this game's gonna tease me, but it's gonna happen.
The future is a baffling potpourri of peculiar sights and odors.
Yes, our advanced world must be frightening and confusing to you. I'll try to speak slowly so that your 21st century brains can understand.
You also like the like LCARS style calendar that we have?
So much in the office has changed.
Oh, the wonders I could show the two of you if I wasn't afraid of violating the time stream. Yeah, the time stream's asking for it. Well, okay. In the future, we can make phone calls to other people even when we're not at home. My God! And our cars now have additional brake lights above the rear seats.
Who's that for?
What about robots? Do we have robot slaves in the future?
With lasers? Oh, you uncultivated savages. Robots are used for controlling our spaceships these days. Surely you've heard of the Mainetron 28,000 line? Well, of course! Right, Sam?
Everybody's heard of that. I can't shoot, Max. You must have been having a ton of exciting future adventures in space.
No, we don't take that many cases anymore. We try to stay mostly around this street and the neighboring shops. Still?
If you're not taking cases, what do you guys do?
I've become an expert in volcanology, and Sam is... well, Sam is in his own world now.
Great transmogrifying vapor wolves of Rigel 17. Booster rocket through the Van Allen belt. I'm in my office. What's wrong with the other me?
Oh, he's fine. Mostly. The years add up, though.
It's lint from my pocket. This should be useful later. Do you remember how we cured Bosco of his parentage problems?
Bosco. Oh, he's the guy who invented Skynet, isn't he? No, I was hoping I'd be the one who did that. I don't remember much about that case. Something about spit, wasn't it?
I'm glad to see the old freelance police are still in business.
Yes, dear stupid past Sam. But of course, now we're a wholly owned subsidiary of Stinky Corp.
What's Stinky Corp?
Get a load of this, Sam. These yokels have never heard of Stinky Corp.
I don't feel like playing darts right now.
Yes. Well, anyway, Stinky Corp is the mega corporation that owns everything in the future. Stinky made enough money from her diner to take over the world? No, cretinous Max. From her super adhesive.
Oh, the tar cake, which is the same thing that's keeping the AI on the spaceship. So if we somehow sabotage Grandpa Stinky from making the tar cake into perfect adhesive, then we'll be able to remove the AI and put it inside Bluster Blaster.
What's this about Stinky super adhesive?
It revolutionized the whole galaxy. Now it's used for everything from scrapbooking to alien spacecraft. She's claimed in interviews that it was based on an old family formula. But Sam and I think we figured out the real secret. It's made from mole men.
You're like, that's probably not it?
What's this about Stinky super adhesive?
It revolutionized the whole galaxy. She's claimed it's made...
Okay. I have dialogue options.
Seeing ya.
So long! That's how we say goodbye in the future.
So it's interesting to me that not that many things are precisely as we left them in our own time period. But we still have the little, like, brown paper bag puppet, Max. We also have frog mariachis of all things? Yeah, let's check the closet in a minute.
Timeless.
We check the calendar?
How embarrassing. This is 30 start dates behind.
Does the Computer,
With this
tell
bad
us
boy,
anything?
we'll never need another file cabinet.
But there's a file cabinet right there.
It says Stinky's Stick-Tight Adhesive, based on an old family recipe. #1 throughout the entire galaxy, with secret ingredient Vitamin 13.
It can't be all that big a secret if
Yeah,
it's on the
what?
poster.
That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe secrets are different in the future.
Well, I guess we know that now. Something?
It's an
Obituary?
obituary from the local paper.
More trophies from our victims. Who'd we get this time?
Local mariachi Pedro died this week due to complications from...
From what? A perfectly aimed bullet to the evildoer's cold black heart?
I can't read the rest. It's too blurry.
I know, we're temporarily entwined with older Sam and can't read or something. Obituary. Yeah, it's pretty weird to find just an obituary on our board there, right? Seems weird. Can we,
High-tech rats. What future dystopia is this?
I mean, I guess they repurposed all the Mametron parts to something
Looks like
future.
we kept Bosco's model volcano after all these years.
Blowing things up for science will never go out of style.
I feel like Sarah understands that sentiment implicitly.
Whoa! I hate pack rats.
Wow. So Leonard isn't in there, for one, for starters.
Guess we couldn't afford 2 tape drives.
Well, there any hints in here?
Whoa!
Freeze frame this. It's probably got
I
clues
hate
to stuff that
pack
hasn't
rats.
happened yet. Is he in there?
Whoa!
I don't think so.
I hate
Where are
pack
you
rats.
looking? Anything else to... Still at Max's desk.
Not much
Has
use
not
for
changed.
this anymore.
See a skull of some sort. Yeah, I suppose that could be him, but I'd expect him to be alive. Just like a it's
I hate
just not...
pack rats.
You have to, like, slow it down or freeze frame it or something. I bet there's, like, a lot to get from that, but it's, like, too quick in real time. I don't know what Vitamin 13 is. Still sort of lacking my entry point, I think. Oh, hang on. No, we've already scanned both of us, right? There's nothing to be gained from any of...
I already scanned myself. That's how we got here. I've already scanned Max.
Can I get, someone spit, inexplicably?
I don't need a sample from him. I don't need a sample from him.
I don't think there's anything else to do here right now. I guess we'll go to Stinky's and see if knowing Vitamin 13 does anything. Take a screenshot of the Discord's media room. Do you see Leonard in there? I'd be impressed. So, like, famously, there's, like, a point in time when Magic the Gathering made a block, which is, like, a structure of, like, 3 different expansions that they no longer do. That was all focused on time, and it had a set that was, like, based in the past and, like, referenced a bunch of things that had already been done, but, like, in a new way. It had, like, a parallel present set where, like, everything is, like, stuff that they would do, but, like, tweaked slightly. And then they made a set called Future Sight, which was, like, supposedly all cards from the future. And they did some fun things like making, like, imagining a new card border that hasn't been applied, but, like, they also, like, printed a few cards that were, like, specifically in upcoming sets. Because they, like, work a few sets in the future, so they're like, yeah, it's coming out in a year. Let's put it in Future Sight. I'd be impressed if we did the same thing here. Like, if we already had some sense of what we wanted to do in, like, Season 3 or whatever. I just want to see if there's any new dialogue here. No. So I have to figure out what Vitamin 13 is, or whatever. So, stuff... I don't know what the cork's for. I can, like, try to get spit from someone. I can try to find someone else to scan, and let's go visit Mama Bosco and see if we can do anything with the letter. So that requires to go to Bosco's. During one of the dialogue trees, Sam threatened to shoot Sam, and the time machine said, like, temporal anomaly detected or whatever. And then Sam was like, you got lucky, punk, or something like that. I did try scan. Yeah, she gave me the card for the White House. How about the president?
No way.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try something that I don't think will work, but I just want to rule this out. I want to go home, and then there's an exit on the spaceship that, like, maybe will somehow let me go back to Bosco's and see Flint Paper, who I could maybe scan and or get spit from, but I don't believe that will actually work, would be my guess.
Bosco's oppressors could spring out of there any moment, ray guns blazing.
What about holding her up? I think she would just beat us up. There's a tractor beam that I don't know what we would do with it at the moment. Can we put... No, the time cards are, like, stuck to the time shuttle elevator door. Is there any new dialogue here based on anything we've done so far? Nah.
So long.
I'll see you.
Did we scan Super Ball? No, I was thinking we should try getting spit from him, but I hadn't actually specifically considered scanning him. I'm really concerned about the baby making machine, largely just because of, like, I don't feel like milk or babies should work that way.
Hey, Superball, would you mind spitting on this? It's for a science project.
Can't, sir. I never spit, unless I'm startled or under extreme distress.
I see. So now we have, like, a motivation at least. Well, let's scan him, I guess.
It printed a time card with our logo on it.
I don't know what to make of that just yet. And then I don't think he'll do anything in response to the letter, but maybe he'll be alarmed by it. Maybe that'll shock him.
My dearest Maxine, meet me tonight. Tender caresses down your... And a donkey. Love, the Prez. That's
And a
very
donkey.
shocking,
Love
sir.
the Prez.
Where were they going to meet?
Inside Stinky's diner.
Stinky's? I can't believe the president would eat at Stinky's. I've lost all respect for the man.
I don't think they were talking about eating there. A donkey was involved. Alright, well, that wasn't how I expected that to work, but, you know, it was reasonable enough. It was like my second guess. I like that the spit somehow wrote the name of the sampled person.
According to that letter, this isn't the only thing the president licked.
Well... Oh, can I make multiple samples from the sampler? I thought it was kind of like one test tube.
Should be plenty of DNA-rich spit left on this envelope.
The president's a very thorough licker.
Why do you know that? Why do you know that? So now we can sort of mess with Bosco's heritage some amount. No, not the AI. Hate that hitbox. I can use this new time card, but I think I'd rather mess with the baby maker. I really like adventures are so like adventure games are so rife for like messing around with time travel and like cause and effect. Basically, like every adventure game that has time travel stuff in it is amazing. All right, let's do some weird stuff for science.
Time stream altered.
Yeah, suggestive is probably the correct personality profile for the AI, huh? Let's go home. Gotta see what Bosco's like now.
Bosco! You're back to normal!
Hello, fool. Mr. President Fool.
I suspect we got the wrong dad, Max. So, Bosco, are you feeling like yourself?
Of course, sir. Never better.
Don't worry, Bosco. We'll get you back to normal.
Thank you, fool. I suggest you hurry.
Ugh. Even when he's riding us, he's too polite. It's unnerving.
Can't you give us any more details on your father?
It's straightforward enough, fool. I was a test tube baby. First in the country.
No idea who'd make a spit donation to your mom?
No more cracks about
that's
my
a
mom,
bad
Mr.
sentence.
President, or I'll have to ask you to step outside.
That's just a really bad sentence is all.
How's life as a paradox treating you, Bosco?
I'd prefer it if I'd been born, sir. Please repair the time stream at your earliest convenience.
Oh, here's a totally good and normal and not upsetting
Do you
question.
remember any of your mom's biggest turnoffs in a man?
Hard to narrow it down, sir. She was always very contrary.
Do you remember any...
Hard to narrow it.
Alright.
We'll see you around, Bosco.
I could put the Super Ball card in the thing. But let's... So it seems like President is supposed to be the correct one, but we'll see what happens when we put that in the baby maker. But we'll still have the issue of we have to make her not attracted to Max in order to make him stop being a paradox baby. Which is, again, extremely normal. Don't worry about it.
Time stream altered.
These hitboxes. The portable AI one is somehow always in the way. Let's check on Bosco.
Yay! Bosco's back to his old gruesome self.
Yeah, it took you fools long enough.
We've still got to figure out how to fix that time paradox, though.
I don't know. I kind of like seeing less of Bosco.
Yeah,
Ayo.
but we don't want to rip a hole in the space-time continuum, little pal.
We
Speak
don't?
for yourself. Any new information to be gained from talking to you?
How is this THEM detector supposed to work again?
It's a highly sophisticated technology that works based on a target person. You scan somebody with it, then use that to open a new destination for the time machine.
Finally, a straight answer. I don't know why they started outsourcing tech support to store owners on spaceships.
I don't feel like the thing that we have is a detector for them. It doesn't feel like that's its function at all. That's how it was described in the very beginning, sure, but like the second we got it, I sort of like lost mental connection with the fact that that's what it was supposed to be, because it doesn't do that. It just makes cards that their time machine can use to go places. It doesn't feel like it helps do the thing it was described for at all.
Feeling better, Bosco?
I don't know, you guys. I still feel kinda distant. What did you guys do?
We kind of made it so that you've never been born. Whoops.
But being
Whoopsie.
born is one of the greatest things I ever did. Fix it, you fools!
Existence isn't something you can just ask for, Bosco.
Existence
You've
is
got to
futile or
earn
something.
it.
More Star Trek.
How's life as a paradox treating you, Bosco?
It sucks, man. I want to exist all the way again. Do something!
How are we going to get off this spaceship?
No, we're not getting off until we've taken care of THEM once and for all.
Then let's get to the wanton violence.
Nuh-uh! Not until you guys get me back to normal.
We're on the case,
We've
Bosco.
gotta go break up with your mother.
I told you guys, cut it out.
You try interacting with this in particular?
Looks like some kind of weird alien radio.
No, but also no. Okay, great. Now we have new location. Space noises! Woobly woo! Technology!
Heaping helpings of tachyons in a gravy boat at the Grand Duchess's bat mitzvah.
What disgusting hellhole have we ended up in this time?
Looks strangely familiar, like Super Ball.
I'm not here, sirs. You can safely ignore me.
Done.
Ignore me!
Max, have you been sending Boxy Betty to... What? Hey, buddy, throw us that remote control, would you? You're gonna need this. Thanks, buddy. Be you later.
Absolutely incredible. Time travel and adventure games are like peanut butter and chocolate, man. You just do like infinite crap with them because everything is like predestined, so you can do whatever you want. It's so like Bill and Ted. It's just amazing.
The Flora Brady has twice the style the Fauna one ever did.
I don't think this skull was always here. Is this like the near future instead of the roughly present? It must be because this volcano's already here.
What are you doing here in our office?
Investigating the president's disappearance, sir.
So, you're back with the Secret Service then?
Sure.
I don't like that answer.
Max wasn't missing. We've been on a case.
We got beamed on board a spaceship.
That's ridiculous, sir. Must have been a weather balloon.
That was no balloon. It was a spaceship. Bosco saw it too.
Gas leak. Mass hypnosis.
2 abductions on the same street in the same week? And you're going to just try and cover it up?
I can
Harry
neither
Men in
confirm
Black.
nor deny a cover-up, sir.
How'd you find out we were missing?
There was a rat, sir. Claimed he was de facto owner of this office since your disappearance. He was quickly taken away for questioning.
Wow, it always takes us ages to get rid of Jimmy Two-Teeth. We must be slipping, Max.
All this time, I never thought to use rendition.
How's the cover-up going?
Very well, sir. Is what I'd say if there was a cover-up, which there isn't.
Right.
Can you help us with our case?
What seems to be the problem?
Bosco's been abducted.
Easily explained, sir.
And he's trapped on a time-traveling spaceship.
There's no such thing as time travel, sir. Look into my eyes, please.
What were we talking about?
Very Men in
You
Black.
said that Mr. Bosco is having a perfectly rational vacation in Pago Pago.
Yes. Pago.
That's not a real
Hey,
place.
look, Max. It's Agent Superball.
You were saying something, sir. Very good, sir.
Did we ask for help with our case?
Which case is that, sir?
The one with all the time traveling.
There's no such thing as time travel, sir.
It feels like he knows something that he's not letting on.
Hey, look, Max. It's Agent Superball.
You were saying something, sir.
I can't remember.
Very good, sir.
We met a guy in Washington who's a dead ringer for you.
That would be me, sir.
That was 40 years ago. You couldn't still look that young without a time machine or something.
Clean living, sir. There's no such thing as time machines.
Don't you feel better now that you're no longer working for bad guys like Jorgen?
Yes. I enjoy working for the Secret Service. Fighting the good fight. Protecting the president.
That
Definitely
reminds
the
me,
Secret
Sam.
Service, for
Can
sure.
we
Definitely.
wrap this case up pretty soon? I've got a healthcare system and 5 foreign governments to topple. And I'm way behind schedule.
Were you able to patch things up with Mrs. Superball?
That's a negative, sir. We spoke briefly. It ended badly. She says she can't talk to me when I'm emotional like this.
Don't worry, Superball.
Every time life closes one door, it opens another.
That thought disgusts and terrifies me, sir.
Be seeing you, Superball.
We can't seem to avoid it.
Well, clearly no new spit to be gained here.
It's the mysterious egg we got from ourselves in the future.
You think we'll, like, eventually need this to be a chicken? But, like, which came first? Even try to open the door while he's standing there? Seems like no. Is there anything new on the bulletin board?
All points bulletin. We need a new bulletin.
Hi, Neko, welcome to the stream, and thank you to Devolution for gifting Neko a sub to avoid ads. That's one of my favorite things to do. It's like, if I'm, like, watching a stream and someone's like, oh no, ads, I'm like, haha, ad killer. You were asleep? That's not surprising given the time difference, but how are you doing? Here, I'll let this conversation summarize roughly what we're doing for you, Neko.
Did we ask for help with our case?
Which case is that, sir?
The one with all the time traveling.
There's no such thing as time travel, sir.
Of course not. Hey, look, Max. It's Agent Superball.
You were saying something, sir?
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Very good, sir.
Be seeing you, Superball.
I have some general idea of what we're doing, but I don't know what we're doing next. For some reason, I want to cork this volcano.
Nah.
It's for the good of the future, Max.
Time stream altered.
Now, I don't specifically know what that does, but it occurred to me that I have this cork and I don't know what I'd do with it other than stop the volcano. So I guess we'll go to the cartoonish future of us. My brother's visiting for the weekend? That's exciting, Neko. Does that mean more Dwarf Romantic board game and little trains you created for that purpose?
It's Bosco's model volcano, safely sealed up.
Yep, no idea what that did. But I think I wanted it, so I got that going for me. Well, this game doesn't allow me to combine stuff in my inventory, so I can't scan this egg. What do I want the egg for? Wait a minute. I have a dumb idea, which I think is exactly the type of idea I need. Can I crack this egg into tar cake? Because it's a secret ingredient? Can I give him an egg?
Not happening.
Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
Nuh-uh.
Well, what if I,
Better
shot-
not. There's just the one song. As Stinky would say, if you don't like it, go deaf.
Can I get spit from Young Us for some reason?
I don't need a sample from him.
Can Bluster Blaster be Bosco's dad?
I don't need a sample of that.
Oh, can the tar cake be Bosco's dad?
It couldn't hurt to take just a sample. We
Oh
should
my
have
God,
those
why is-
results for you in about a week,
What?
Mr. Cake.
Now, turn your head and cough.
That must be for some purpose other than that machine, right? That shouldn't go in the baby maker. Can I have your spit?
Would you mind giving us a spit sample, Stinky?
You want my spit sample? Just order some food.
No thanks.
That's a pretty good hostile restaurateur joke. I guess we'll go to Bosco's and see if we can make tar cake Bosco's dad. Although again, I don't think that's what that's for. But if it is, nightmares. Poor Bosco. I don't know what you mean. How could it be any greater?
No, I'm pretty sure Bosco's father wasn't a tar cake.
But, like, how sure? Okay. Not this screwdriver. The only thing I can immediately think of that we haven't done with it is prying the AI off the time machine, but we have to, like, fix the tar cake problem first. I'm, like, partway through multiple things that I need to do. But I don't know my next step. I don't know what to do with this egg.
It's the mysterious egg we got from ourselves in the future.
It feels like it should be connected to the tar cake. What's the problem, Critwitch? Never heard of a guy whose dad was tar cake? Don't you think that if you could have your father be chocolate lava cake, you would do it? Don't you think? Do I have access to some location that would let me, like, study this sample? Can I do that somewhere on the alien ship? So let's think about this. The diner, clearly not. It's a diner. Future our office doesn't seem to have any, like, particular device that would help with it. Like, maybe we could show it to Future Max or something. I'm not thinking of anything in the White House that's useful. And our office, like, also doesn't seem to be for it. I guess... Make Bosco's mom also Bosco's dad? I suggested that way earlier on. I haven't figured out a way to do it yet. See, it says, if my dad was chocolate lava cake, I'd wind up eating him, and then we'd have a whole edible Rex situation. That's like a 100 out of 10 joke. That's very, very, very good. I'm so proud of you for that. I'm glad you're my friend. Okay, let's just shove this cake sample all over this spaceship.
Nope.
Still not sure what the deal with the captain's chair is. It's done nothing.
No way. Nah.
Can we just, like, show it to Bosco?
No, sirree.
Tell us how to...
Appears to be made of the finest leather from only the finest in mutilated cattle.
Egg him. Can I ask anything new of this device that I'm almost positive I cannot? What happens when we ask obvious query given the current state of things?
What happened to Bosco?
Bosco made illicit use of the time shuttle and just savaged history.
So long.
I'll
Somehow no change.
Yikes forever.
Hey, Jakey. Which yikes in particular? There's a whole lot of trauma going on with all this time travel and parentage and whatnot. All of them. You know what? That's a great shortcut that saves us some time and is completely valid. How are you doing this Friday, Jakey? I am at a loss. I imagine that whatever the next step is, it, like, cascades, like, most of the rest of the stuff until at least the third act of this chapter. Let's just keep cycling locations until I think of something, I guess. Went to your cousin's play tonight, and they wrote it. Oh, that's how was your time, and what type of play was it? I assume it wasn't My American Cousin. You didn't think I'd be able to make more than one reference to the play that Lincoln was assassinated during throughout the course of this playthrough, but you were wrong.
Hi, I'm George Washington. Shove your nuts in my mouth and I'll crack 'em.
Please don't make fun of nuts.
I think that was a direct quote. Also, like, not 100% sure what I did by plugging up that volcano, to be honest.
If I remember my history correctly, today's the day of the pivotal Rat Peace Accords. We'd better not disturb them.
But what if, hear me out on this, we disturbed them?
Nothing doing.
Oh, wait a minute, there's more stuff Super Ball can do for us.
We need your help with something official.
Is any of
What will
it
it
something
be,
I can
sir?
actually do now? We want a patent for the tar cake, but I don't know that we sufficient. Oh no, we do. We know we'll say that the ingredient is vitamin 13,
We
right?
want exclusive rights to produce our latest invention.
Very well. What'll it be?
Gooey molasses tar
We'd like to
cake.
patent our tar cake recipe, Superball.
It's a special recipe we made up ourselves, and anybody who says different is a damn liar.
I see. And what ingredient makes that a unique invention?
Vitamin 13, please.
Vitamin 13.
Very well. That seems to check out. That patent grants you exclusive rights to make, market, and improve on your invention.
This must be just what Thomas Edison felt like.
Minus the stealing and time travel, of course.
Oh, Sam, you're so
No, I don't.
naive.
Yeah, it's. Now the problem is, doesn't that also create a different type of paradox because the tar cake had to exist in the last chapter because it had history with the Stinky family? So do I just, like, show this to Stinky now? After their in-performance death, 6 Shakespearean actors find themselves in a holding area until the play they are character in gets revived by another Shakespearean company so that they can relive their tragedy over and over again. It's a comedy. I'm assuming that's the way that's written. That sounds like the description from the playbill or something. That sounds pretty interesting. I bet my brother-in-law would like that. No, I gotta go to Stinkies. Stinkies. So then by, like, showing him that we have legal rights to his goo, we make the AI destructible and then put it in the arcade machine for reasons unbeknown to me. You
We have
heard
to
me.
insist that you cease and desist all future production of gooey molasses tar cakes, Mr. Stinky.
We're not angry at you for stealing from us, just very, very disappointed.
Poppycock, that recipe's been in my family for centuries.
The U.S. Patent Office says otherwise, Gramps.
The U.S. Patent Office can my pus-filled.
Actually, I don't believe that falls under their jurisdiction.
Fine, I'll throw it
That's
out.
forever.
Time stream altered.
No, I thought I was gonna have to do that the hard way. Well, now I just have an AI. Not so much as a kiss my foot or have an AI. The time travel reminds me of Day of the Tentacle. Yup. It's, I mean, I've said it before, but, like, basically every adventure game that has time travel in it is, like, an automatic 10 out of 10. Time travel is just so effective in adventure games. Alright, so young Sam wanted this AI. I'm not, like, totally sure what's gonna happen, but it should be interesting. Ahem.
Wow, I've never seen anything that advanced. It
was
must
over
have
there.
At least
You could see it from here.
640 kilobytes of RAM. Yeah. Whatever, kid. This is exactly what I needed for my video game. I'll just download the AI. Yeah,
It's
you
not
do that.
how arcade
Then
machine
go
works. It's
outside
fine.
and play or something.
That shot left my defenses wide open.
This game is really digging me, Sam. I may never stop playing.
Begin docking procedure.
Ew, gag me. I'll change it back.
Oh, Mr. Doc, but you'll do better next time.
That's better.
I understand. I know what I must do. I mean, probably hostile. Passive-aggressive might work. It is like a staple of Telltale Sam & Max for there to be, like, a list of seemingly customizable things, and one of them is secretly a correct answer, and you probably won't know it until later. But I am glad that we left it on seductive this whole time so that we could have that uncomfortable exchange. Yes, it is the arcade machine from the group known as Cops. And it's like... we've learned that Sam was the one who created it and just decided it wasn't important to mention it to us until now when we were time traveling and we basically saw it happen. I need system
What are
settings.
my options?
My personality can be configured to respond in the style most appropriate to the user. Please choose from the following options.
It's, I mean, probably abusive, I would think. I mean, I feel like adult Max would hate politically correct, but I don't think it would, like, immediately make young Max stop playing.
Abusive.
Done. Jackass.
This game is so good. So I thought that this chapter was the last one of Season 2. This is the one that I remembered being, like, my favorite of all the Telltale Sam and Max.
So long.
Get lost, failure.
Maybe Sam forgot. He claimed that he remembered the whole time. Well, maybe. There is some weird thing where we're trying to compel our younger selves to, like, date women. I'm not really sure why that's happening, to be honest. Yeah, Stinkies. Because, like, Max is so into it being, like, complimentary, I assume abusive is the correct one, because we'll plug it in and it'll, like, be mad at him, and then he'll want to go light fires or kiss that girl who uses her entire mouth or whatever. The whole thing. Like sandpaper. Actually, I'm a little curious.
It's the spaceship's artificial intelligence in smaller, easy-to-carry form.
No, I thought I might get it to, like, have a little quote in my inventory or something.
Take another look at this talking computer dingus, kid. Thanks, mister.
Take a look at Banner, Michael.
Shut up! Oh, you broke the game, Sam!
Nuh-uh. I made it better.
Go back to your man, Grandma!
This, like, totally blows now. Let's go to that dance and make the moves on some chicks.
But I was going to Penn Station to pick up some power converters.
Beat it, nerds!
Make sure you check out the snack table, little me. If I remember correctly, the pigs in blankets were decadent.
Time stream altered. Jackass.
So, Max, feel any different?
I feel like it's been too long since the Maxinator taught a lady what sweet, sweet love is all about. Let's motor so we can pick up some primo early 80s tail, bro.
I'm really embarrassed, first, that I didn't immediately make the connection that we were, like, installing the personality we know from most of our interactions with Bluster Blaster, and then that it took me that long to realize the whole purpose of this puzzle was to make Max interested in women so that we could have him go talk to Mama Bosco and she would hate him. That's such, like, that's so circuitous. There's a hitbox for mess? Can I eat it?
Old Stinky was the only one who could make a restaurant feel like home.
You do have to appreciate that this place has, like, a vague nautical theme that's more apparent before young Stinky takes it over, but also the fact that young Stinky is a mame doi and somehow predicts the entire aesthetic of the Sunfish Cafe or whatever that's called from AI Somnium Files. So now I must go back to Bosco's Inconvenience. It's too warm today. It's currently 82 degrees in here.
Well, hello, Miss B. Did it get freaky sexy in here, or is it just you?
What'd you do to my Max?
The better question is, what is your Max gonna do to you all night long?
Don't look at me, Miss Bosco. He's been like this ever since we were kids.
Why don't we ditch the pooch so you can give me a special tour of the store? I've been wanting to see what you've got round back.
I thought you were different, Max. That does it. I'm done with all of you. Men.
Temporal anomaly corrected. Jackass.
It definitely wanted that to be the correct answer. So now I think we're good to go talk to... Wait, why do we have... Oh, we have the stupid AI, right?
It's the spaceship's artificial intelligence, in small and
No.
easy-to-carry form.
Wait, somehow we have, like, the actual ship's AI in our pocket again. But isn't that, like, an immediate temporal paradox with the fact that we installed that in the arcade machine? Why do we have that? Well, I think we go back to the spaceship and we talk to Bosco and then engage the third act, probably?
Looks like we did a pretty good job patching up that cigarette burn on the fabric of reality.
Yeah, that's right, ladies. Come on up and give Daddy Max Time Fixer some sugar.
You're a lovably lecherous tool, Max.
There, Sam and Max. Now you've seen just how dangerous it is to mess with THEM.
Dangerous?
All that stuff we just fixed was your fault.
Shut up!
All right, let's go home. How do we get out of here?
Duh! They know we're here!
Relax, Bosco. You're gonna have a coronary.
Yeah, they're probably the grotesque but misunderstood kind of aliens, who just come to Earth because they hate cows and fields of weed.
Well, you two go first.
Them? Yeah, THEM. Some sort of organization so shadowy and dangerous that you don't even want to speak them.
98% complete. Prepare to deliver on my mark.
It's THEM.
Oh, bienvenidos, amigos.
Ah!
What are you guys doing here?
We can explain everything quickly and simply. No, that is not our way.
Prepare yourselves.
Yo soy el mariachi solitario de last in a once noble line. My people care only for robots and Martian invaders. But for birthdays they say maybe later we don't have the time. Mariachi, ay, 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 ay. I come back from the future and pick up young versions of me. In our spaceship, ay, 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 ay. We set course through the time stream and fill Gringo's birthdays with glee.
No!
Por favor, don't freak out if you see mariachis extraños. It's just me y mis vatos who wish you feliz cumpleaños.
Ah!
But spaceships like this are expensive, even more when they travel through time. And singing for birthdays on spec makes us poco dinero. So we took on a contract and that's our new boss to co-sign. Mariachis, ay, 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 ay. We take souls of the damned and we send them to places unknown.
I don't want to go!
Through that portal, ay, 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 ay. Although first we must crush them with gigantic heads made of stone.
Our lives suck.
Where they go, we don't know. But it's hot, maybe it's Ensenada.
And as long as we still get to sing, no importa nada.
When we say adios or December, please try not to cry.
We were there for your birthday, we'll see you again.
Uh-oh, the cowman has had a heart attack.
Oh, and then his soul got extracted.
Oh, well. Begin the soul crushing.
So, as I was saying, we had to sit and stare at nothing for 1,000 years straight.
Help me, Sam and Max!
We haven't even gotten to, like, the best part yet. Not really. I mean, it's great. I love... Legitimately, THEM is one of my favorite villains of all time. They're not, like, the most, like, relatable or the most evil or the most powerful, but man, are they just the dumbest, greatest, most nonsensical. And there's like one more layer, I would say, to what makes it so great. And I don't want to spoil it, but I think it's still this episode that we get that. Is THEM better than him?
Soul-crushing area. Please acknowledge.
Override, Captain Pedro. Arriba, burro, chipotle.
Voice print match.
That's okay.
Bridge override accepted.
I had a feeling those mariachis wouldn't just stand by and let us take Bosco's soul back.
It's worth a shot, though. I mean, I think I think your question, Jakey, is like a matter of preference. I mean, him is a great villain. I like that. As far as I'm aware, him remained pretty much inscrutable for the entirety of the Powerpuff Girls. I don't think there was ever, like, a clear motive behind him's existence. But, like, that's what made him, like, genuinely, like, spooky and unsettling. Is them better? I don't know, but them is favorite. And there's a reason I keep conjugating it that way, but we're not there yet. Hey, could you tell me, like, a list of 3 things to do to save the day or whatever?
Look here, Pedro.
Pedro? Boy, you people from the past are backwards. You think just because I'm mariachi with a big sombrero and mustache, I'm some two-dimensional cultural stereotype?
You're right. I've been insensitive. We're Sam and Max, freelance police. What's your name?
I'm just kidding. My name really is Pedro.
Stupid. Are they going to sing a mariachi birthday song? Did you miss the musical number? That's like their whole reason to exist. It's their raison d'etre, Neko. To summarize, the musical number basically said, like, they made a contract with some unknowable force to, like, punish the like, lost souls of the damned because they needed money to fund their time-traveling spaceship so that they could sing birthday songs to people throughout time and space.
You've got to free Bosco, you maniacs.
Nothing personal, but we cannot do that. We were scheduled to pick up 2 souls in Germany, but we only got the 1. The cowman will fill our quota.
Well, if you're delivering trapped souls, where are the cages?
Cages? We don't got no cages. We don't have to show you any stinking cages. We keep the souls on that platform, see?
You guys are pure evil.
Oh, that's not nice. We're not evil. And after we deliver the cowman's soul, we'll have paid for the spaceship.
And then you can quit?
Oh, no, senor. There's still so much for us to do with our time machine. So many deep questions left to answer. Like, what about the far, far future? How will I die?
I can think of a few ways.
And what is it like at the beginning of time, before history was written? Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I figured.
Egg.
No, it's egg. It's in my pocket.
See,
it's definitely egg.
I must keep on until I find out for sure.
Well, that sounds suspiciously like a list of 3 things I could do to save Bosco's soul. But at the same time, I mean, if he's basically 1 day away from retirement from this evil operation, I say maybe we just let him have Bosco, and then we let the mariachi sing birthday songs.
You 3 mariachis look so much alike, it's uncanny.
Didn't you hear the song? The others are younger versions of me.
Oh, we weren't paying much attention to the song.
We were too busy staring at your dingle balls.
Gracias, senor. They really tie the room together, no?
We'd feel better if you'd give us Bosco's soul back.
Oh, don't worry, amigos. I'm watching the whole soul-crushing process to make sure he doesn't escape.
So the question is, how do I get him to believe that this egg answers his question about whether the chicken or the egg came first? We know one thing we gotta do is go back to the future, get that newspaper article. I could probably scan him with my time card thing, because I got more slots in the elevator door. Dingle balls. Yeah, it's like it's everyone's favorite Christmas song. Dingle balls, mariachi song. That's awesome about Katie's. He told the joke at work and a random passerby heard it and just started laughing so much it made your day. Love to hear stuff like that. The boys are saying stop, you're encouraging him. He'll be at this all day, and they were right. Yeah, but like... listen, I know that you're like one of the only people doing work over there. I feel like you're entitled to be a little annoying. Just show him the egg in the most distant past. Yeah, I guess I gotta hope that scanning him gives me like a dinosaur time card.
Adios.
Speaking of, let's try to...
See you later, guys.
Let's get on that, I guess. We got some weird stuff in our pockets.
The birth dater doesn't work on these guys for some reason.
Hey, a portable birthday checker. Pretty clever.
How come it doesn't work on you?
The mariachi can never have a birthday for himself. It is our curse.
I love them so much. It's just so stupid. Like, it's truly the stupidity of them that makes them
Looks
so
like some
great to me.
weird clock.
It can take hundreds of years to cross a soul, senor. So we make the time vortex to speed things along.
It says suck.
By the looks of this place, somebody's been pushing the hell out of it.
It's so stupid. So stupid. What door did we come from? That one, I presume? Can I interact with Bosco's corpse?
Poor Bosco. The horror of time-traveling mariachis was too much for his weak heart to bear.
Did I? Wait, have I had a chance to scan Bosco since he had a body
No
again?
way. I've already scanned myself.
Can I not scan?
Nothing doing.
Can I not... Get out of the way so I have a hitbox on Bosco's soul. Can I scan his soul? Is that how this device works? Okay.
What are you guys doing here?
We were picked up right after the volcano erupted.
Obviously, it was a signal flare for the carvers to come get us.
See, we're not so good with the direction.
Funny
that all
seeing
we
you
get?
guys here again.
If there's nothing funny about it, it's what we were carved to do.
Hey, lighten up on Sam and Max.
Oh,
Whoa.
you're one to talk, Mr. One Offensive Stereotype after the next.
Now you're just being mean.
There's something clearly wrong with him that he tried to, like, protect us or
Hey,
whatever.
pal. Must be nice finally getting out of that dirt after 1,000 years.
He's been buried all that time? Oh, that's so sad.
This is not going great. Scan the stone heads, they're super old, but this isn't a normal carbon dating machine anymore. This scans birthdays to make time cards for the time machine.
Not happening.
I think it requires, like, normal living creatures, is the sense I've gotten from what we've experienced so far.
It may look like a zebra, but my Mexican friends assure me it's a donkey in zebra clothing.
Scan his corpse, already tried, and tried scanning his ghost. I feel like I must be able to scan something new, but it can't be any of the mariachis according to what old Pedro says. God, I love them so much. You don't understand. Like, I can't make you understand.
It's some weird alien device that... Oops.
Why, not again. Just leave it. Seems like everything on this ship just falls apart these days.
It looks like some kind of futuristic low-tech printer.
Oh my god. The stupid ink ribbon we never did anything with last time. Like, on some level, part of the whole crusade to play through all the Sam & Max games again was to, like, share them with the world. And I still don't think I can make you understand.
It's an ink ribbon for the printer.
Please don't touch that. I'll just have to change it again.
What does this printer print? Are those more time cards? Where do they go? Can I have one of those? Pinata, for fun, just for fun.
Putting course on screen. Jefe's log. We are on course
Jefe's
for our
log.
most difficult mission yet. Triplets. Keep the time shuttle open for emergencies while I figure out how we tackle this. The most dangerous birthday. Whatever.
Issuing
that's
time
right.
card for embarrassing idol.
Like, season 1 had a canonical birthday in it, and now we have to travel back in time to that point. God, this one's so good.
It has the embarrassing idol logo and more of those strange numbers.
And we gotta talk to the
Appears to be made of
mariachis.
the finest leather from old...
No, don't look at the chair for the 1000th time.
Hey, Mac, which one of the mariachis are you?
Oh, yo no soy mariachi. Soy capitán.
Soy Capitan?
Soy capitán.
The mariachi says he is the captain.
Yeah, I think we got that, thanks.
Who are you guys?
We're Sam and...
Wait, not the Sam?
You heard of me?
You know who I am?
Of course, you're the famous recording star, no?
Oh my
Well,
god.
I don't like to brag.
It is you. No one believed you could have a career with no talent at all, but you proved us all wrong. You're a hero to all of us who wish to sing.
You must be a great singer if you're the captain.
I could escape this two-peso operation and become the greatest singer time has ever known. If only
that's
I could
interesting.
reach this dead weight.
Rivalry! Now it's getting interesting.
You want to start a solo career?
See, but that can never happen as long as we keep singing for the birthdays. How will I get my big break?
Where are we going?
Amigos, we are on course hasta la madre de todos los cumpleaños.
Friends, we are on course for the mother of all birthdays.
Sam, you've got to stop encouraging these guys.
Look on the screen.
Okay, he speaks a different.
Triplets.
Sort of.
And not just any triplets. They all have the same birthday.
That is how any triplets work.
You've got to set Bosco free.
Oh no, senor. No one can enter the soul-crushing area once the protest has started. The rules, they are very explicit about this.
Whose birthday was it in Night of the Raving Dead? We presumably have to scan them and get a card so that we can go to Jurgen's castle and get the Soul Mater to take Bosco's soul out of the soul-crushing area since we can't go in there.
This is all your fault. You're the ones who killed Bosco.
That is ridiculous. Wait. You aren't going to sue, are you?
Your singing scared him to death.
It was a pre-existing condition. I have the witnesses.
We'll let you go this time, but only because we respect your methods.
What's so hard about your mission?
Yeah, you just show up, sing, and leave everybody confused.
The others, maybe. But the Capitan cannot be so sloppy. Es muy importante that no one notice us or remember that we were ever there, for a year at least.
Are we still on course?
See, embarrassing idol and the triplets' birthday, dead ahead.
Okay.
Permission to stop talking, Captain.
Granted.
And, what's your deal?
What's your job around here, buddy?
Shh! Quiet, senor. Did someone say...
Oh. Worst day. Not birthday.
Oh, no. False alarm.
So that's why they always say, did someone say birthday? Because they're maybe not entirely sure.
Let me guess. You spend all your time listening for people to say birthday.
Okay. Did someone say birthday?
Yeah, Sam just said birthday.
Please, senors. My job is very important.
This work is beneath you. It's tedious and error-prone.
Frankly, we think you should leave.
Nonsense. I have got 6 of the birthdays today alone. The look of happiness and utter confusion on people's faces makes it all worthwhile.
That's stupid. It's the dumbest thing. It's literally the dumbest thing that's ever happened.
This must be the most boring job ever. Don't you ever get a break?
I get to go on the away missions.
Those away missions sound neat. Let's see you in action.
Don't be silly, senor. I can't just go and sing for no reason.
Come on, there's got to be tons of birthdays going on.
See, but we've already sung for all of those. We can only do it once.
Hey Max, what happens on April 22nd?
I think that's Earth Day.
It's coming up.
Showtime, people. Attention. Wait, did you make the joke on me, huh? Pretty sneaky.
Max, what do Australians celebrate on June 11th every year?
By any
Is it
chance,
Perth
would
Day?
that be Perth Day?
Did someone say, got me again?
Max, want to go watch Pride and Prejudice and all the Bridget Jones Diary movies back to back?
You know it, girlfriend. It'll be our Colin Firth Day.
Did someone say, hold your guys?
I feel like I would expect him to be more mad
Sayonara.
about that.
Okay.
The talking dog said goodbye.
Oh, man. Yeah. Not everything has aged as well as I expected, but this is definitely still the best one. So, I wanted to go to future Sam and Max Freelance Police Headquarters. I have to get something from there. And maybe at some point I'll understand why I wanted to plug up the volcano diorama. Which seemed to be the right thing to do, but I'm still not sure why. Can I talk to Max about, the mariachis?
Have you heard from Stinky lately?
Of course, dim-witted Sam. She owns the mega corporation that owns everything in the future.
How'd that happen?
How'd she manage that? She invented a spray that repels reanimated zombie hands. It turned out to be surprisingly lucrative.
Is it just her sweat?
Is it my birthday today?
I can't use a coil of speaker wire with that.
Yeah, some guy already came in here and started singing right before you two showed up. It was a nice surprise for Sam.
I shot him 5 times. I almost hit him.
So long.
Alright, I'm gonna need that obituary.
Local mariachi Pedro died this week due to complications from inhaling ink ribbon fumes. What a waste.
TV, you're so bad. My stupid sound cable wants to go to right in the middle of Chariot of the Dogs, and it's incredibly rude. I might have to fix this. I'm not going the rest of this episode without listening to this. Give me a minute. I hate this thing so much. I hate this thing as much as I like them.
No!
Well, now the audio is inexplicably coming out of the other ear hole, and it's only ever one at a time because this thing sucks so bad, but we're here. Alright, so we have the obituary that we came for. Still gotta do something with this egg. I think we need a new time period for that. What happens if I look at this volcano I plugged up?
It's Bosco's model volcano, safely
darn.
sealed up.
I don't know why I did that. Thanks, Demolition. What I need to do is replace the cord, which, like, probably... Like, it's probably not even worth doing. Because, like, I imagine that, like, after the move, this will not be the solution for this. Is, like, trying to run audio from the TV to here. But the sentiment is appreciated nonetheless. And it's very much the extension cable, which is just hot garbage. It doesn't appear to be an issue with the port in the TV, and it doesn't appear to be the headphones themselves because it's capable of playing audio out of either ear, just not both at the same time, which has to have something to do with the other component. So I think that's all we need here. I guess we'll just go to Embarrassing Idol because it's new and we don't know everything that entails just yet.
Howling at that drippy old hunk of moon.
Oh, man, that song is even worse than I remembered. I can't believe I voted for you.
Keep it down, Max. We don't want to mess up time any more than we already have.
You really nailed that high note. Whoa! And you're less sloppy than my brother is. You've got my vote. Hey!
All of the remaining judges have agreed. We have a winner.
It's definitely the confidence you want
Here's your
from the end result of your judging
Bin
competition.
Bottom Records. It's like a dream come true.
Specs, I'll get you for this if it's the last thing I do. Right after I get back from Mount Rushmore.
Rushmore? I'd better go after him.
I just remembered. I have to feed my goldfish.
Are we still taping?
Be sure to join us.
That's our cue, little buddy. Sick 'em.
Sam and Max, listen to our words. Hey, look, Sam, doppelgangers.
We encounter this sort of thing a surprising amount.
Who are you clowns? We're you guys from your distant future.
Heed our dire warnings. I always thought I'd be taller.
What are you guys doing here?
Jesus, I just got it. They're time cards. Yeah, I think really early in the stream, probably before you joined, I was like, wait, that's not what time cards do. But like, yeah, pretty sure that's what they're going for, which is why it's got it has the physical layout of like an old style, like, time card punch machine or whatever. Should have hired the original voiceovers or voice actors for this scene, but these were the we're not so far back in time that it predates the Telltale Games. Like, if we were gonna, like, do a scene with, like, Conroy Bumpus or something, that would be good. I don't know if that physically would have been possible. We need that contract so that we can get the captain engaged with a singing career.
Congratulations on your recent Embarrassing Idol victory.
Now hand over that contract.
No chance. We need it. But that's supposed to be my contract. I won it fair and square.
And I helped him cheat. Forget it, clones. That contract is ours. Now take a hike.
We just came to say hello.
Somebody's got trouble letting go of the past. I'll be glad when I grow out of that attitude problem.
All right, well, hello. Okay, that's done.
Well, how about some warnings for the future?
Beware Santa Claus. And Mr. Spatula. And Hugh Bliss.
Actually, a lot of people have tried to kill us. This could take a while. Nonsense!
Yeah, all those guys are our friends.
Why would you... Wouldn't you at least... You've seen a lot of things go bad. Why would you just assume that they're lying about that?
Got any questions about your immediate future? Nope, can't think of any.
What number am I thinking of right now? 28.
That's all? There's nothing you're curious about? We'd rather see it for ourselves.
Keeps the mystery in our relationship.
Jakey says, I love hubris, which I feel that's a good sentence I think no one's ever said before.
Let's get back to our time machine, Max.
Yeah, I've seen more than enough of this place for one lifetime. Time machine? Oh, cool.
Where to, little buddy?
Just hit random buttons.
Whoops.
Well.
So, that's bad, right?
Yep.
Oh boy! In the future, we've got our own spaceship!
And our own industrious and no doubt completely legally hired crew.
Oh god.
Incoming delivery. Entrega entrante.
You... jerks!
You made us go through the last year and a half all over again.
Stand
so
aside,
stupid.
decadent future versions of ourselves.
We did the Centurion thing after
a
all.
Very important case to solve here.
Santa tried to kill you. There was a whole... He was shooting at us like constantly for like a whole episode. But like one of the great things about time travel is that you could just make an offhanded joke where it's like, how do we get back here? We just lived through this entire experience that got us here in the first place again. One would think it was a lot quicker the second time, because most adventure games are really fast if you just know all the buttons to press. That's why like a lot of walkthroughs for adventure games are like no spoiler, just like command prompts. They're like, click this, click that, say this in the dialogue tree, click this object on that. I think when I was like tagging the last like Sam Max video for YouTube.
Future me.
Well, wait, can I like knock both of them skyward? Can I not? I think that's past Max, so maybe I can't mess with past Max. I appreciate that they have like idle dialogue as though some other player is like making that happen. What was I saying? Something about something?
It's a mariachi.
The last Sam Max episode was something like, I feel like it was like maybe like 24 clicks for the entire chapter.
I want to ask you something. Hey, pal, I'll ask the questions here. But, oh, all right, go ahead.
What is he waiting for?
Be patient, Max. It takes a while to think up the right thing to say. Max and I have to get to the moon. How do we get there?
But that getting to the moon happens like way later than where they're at. Also, you just drive to the moon, obviously. Is there like a funnier... Oh my god, there's so many answers. Need to get a clue, need the heart of a champion, need a 20 pound of beans, you need a time-traveling phone booth, a toaster with wings, a really big trampoline, a screwdriver, but you just
Why don't you just drive there? You can't just drive to the moon, bonehead.
Sheesh, Sam. Our future selves have no respect for plausibility.
Why do you need to go to the moon anyway? Freelance police business.
Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. I say we don't answer them, Sam, if they're gonna take that kind of attitude.
Yeah, but I remember that case, pal. I don't want to mess up the space-time continuum or something. You need to get a clue. All right. Where do we get one of those?
That's interesting. To get a clue. I don't think I have like an actual... Ask Super Ball in the future.
Well, there's 2 hours we're never getting back.
Just between you and me, pal, I don't think those future versions of us know what they're doing. Hey, buddy, ask away. How can we get to the moon again?
I mean, I can give him a screwdriver. I still have that.
You need a screwdriver. All right. Where do we get one of those? What luck. We've got one you can use.
We'll trade you for a recording contract. Hey, we've got one of those, Sam.
Right, Max. But we need it to get onto Myra's show, remember?
Oh,
how can you simultaneously need to get on Myra's show and go to the moon?
Myra?
But we already told you.
Temporally
we
distinct.
That case.
Twice!
Likely story. I don't trust me
twice.
for 1 second. I don't think he wants this hot fudge sundae.
This is so good. I love... Anytime an adventure game is as actively aware of how adventure games work, I'm just like an easy mark for that.
Hey buddy, I've got a question. Ask away. How can we get to the moon again?
I feel like I should be able to intuit, like, someone's response to being asked for one of these things. And I really can't.
You need a 20-pound can of beans. All right. Where do we get one of those? Ask Mama Bosco in the 60s.
Why do we keep listening to future us?
Hey, buddy. I've got... Ask away. How can we get to the...
What if... Let's have them ask Mama Bosco for a really big trampoline, because there's like a weird way you could interpret that as an advance, and maybe that'll have her beat them up or something.
A really big trampoline. All right. Where do we get one of those?
You don't get the twice joke? You mean they solved the case twice? Is because President Sam and Max went back to Situation Comedy, the second episode of season 1, and tried to get the recording contract from Sam and Max, who like belong in that timeline. And when they did that, the past Sam and Max took the time machine back here, and then present Sam and Max got back to this spaceship by just reliving all of the events between then and now. So like, present Sam and Max solved that case twice, because they did it once when we played through it, and it's implied that they did it once again since we went back to the embarrassing idol destination.
Ask Mama Bosco in the 60s. It's strange. None of the other characters ever lie about the quests.
Alright, I'm too stupid to figure out what I need to do there for now. I'm gonna try showing Grandpa Pedro his own obituary. I don't think it does, like, a whole lot to change things. He may give us the ink ribbon or allow us to change the ink ribbon or something like that, which could have some effect on printing future time cards or something. I should show it to him. I don't need to talk to him.
Good news, senor.
We found the gruesome details of your horrible demise.
Oi, what a stupid way to die.
I can think of stupider ways.
And I could help.
Kinda makes you want to quit your job, huh?
Oh no, there are still so many big questions I want answered. But screw that stupid printer.
So now I can mess with it?
Nobody's gonna need this worthless ink ribbon.
Hey, you can't just throw litter into the time vortex.
Yeah,
sure I
Sam.
can.
Somewhere a time-traveling Native American is crying.
Where did it land?
Does anyone even get that reference? Other than me?
Last month at the castle in Germany.
Well, that explains how it got there and had no purpose. It's probably fully intentional.
The printer has no ink.
I don't know why I wanted that, to be honest with you. I feel like I don't know what to do now. Can I talk to Bosco Soul and learn anything new?
You gotta help me out, guys. They're really bringing me down.
And then, in 1158, there was that monkey that just kept on pooping.
I'm just gonna show him the egg to confirm that I need to do something more complicated than show him the egg.
Hey, check this out.
What is that?
It's from the beginning of...
Keep cool, Sam. You can do this.
It's from the beginning of the universe.
You're a terrible liar, Senor Perro.
All right, I admit it.
Now do you understand why I wouldn't make you vice president?
What if we explained to him the weird temporal paradox of the fact that we were only given this because our future selves needed another object that we traded them?
It says suck.
By the looks of this place...
Can I put an egg in the time controls?
Nah.
Could I unscrew the time controls? Kind of standing on my hitbox, bro.
I don't want to screw that.
That sounds like a personal problem. What am I doing with past me? What am I doing here? Okay, intermediate thought. Let's go to various places and ask everyone about the birthday and see if we can summon them. At the very least, I think this is information I need, so I might as well do this while I can't figure out what I'm supposed to do with me. It's later than I thought it was. Just fall over. It sounds like it did, but I don't know what it would have been.
Is it your birthday today, Miss Bosco?
Me? No, mine was last month. I went to Washington, D.C.
Bye, Miss B.
So check the bottom two. Stinky's should be Max's birthday, and he's not even in that scene anymore. So I don't think that's gonna be it, but we'll check anyway. And we couldn't scan him for a birthday because of reasons that we didn't want to think about or whatever.
Hope you're still not holding a grudge about that tar cake business.
I hold on to grudges like a man pushed overboard holds on to a ship's rail, clinging to it with bleeding fingers as the one thing saving him from a fatal plunge into the briny abyss.
So we cool.
We missed you, Stinky!
Is it your birthday today?
What kind of a question is that? It was that little rabbit creature's birthday, and I spent the whole time playing that blasted video game.
So long, Stinky.
Wait, there was another option there. What's
next for you in the post-tar cake portion of your career?
So you can steal that idea too? Run along, Pooch. I'm doing things with barely edible food that will create a brave new world.
A world
that sounds pretty successful.
In pain, rushing for the nearest bathroom.
So long, Stinky.
This one. So when we scanned Super Bowl, that was at the weird near future date. That seems like that's probably our most likely hit.
Stuff.
Let us change the course of time without fear or confusion.
And yet we're already here.
Hey, Super Bowl, is today your birthday by any chance?
No, sir, not particularly.
Not particularly.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
F+ review. Yeah, there was also... There was something similar to his comment of, like, barely edible food written on a review on the back wall, yeah. This one, I think, is probably what I need. Can you change the date? Earlier they said that we couldn't and we didn't want to because we were already doing too much time shenanigans. Too timey-wimey. Also, technically, we're not the president in that time frame. Hey, buddy. Is it your birthday?
Is today a special day for you, Super Bowl?
Yes, sir. It's my birthday.
Nothing happened.
A mariachi showed up earlier and sang, sir. It was quite fun. And completely explicable, in rational terms that don't involve time travel, by the way.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir. The mariachi earlier was quite enough. I don't need any more celebration.
Mariachi earlier was quite enough. I think we've all been there. Can we still go to Embarrassing Idol?
I'm never going back there again.
Not surprising. Hey, look, Sam's Halo's on the coat rack back there. Wait, maybe I just figured it out. Let's go back to the ship. You just said you have a mariachi band for your birthday. No! The mariachis have a time machine, Demolition. You don't need to do anything. That's the whole point. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Hey, buddy, I've got a question. Ask away. How can we get to the moon again?
You need a time-traveling phone booth.
You need a time-traveling phone booth. All right. Where do we get one of those?
You have to ask Super Ball in the future because he'll erase your memory, and then you'll probably come back here, and then I can get the contract from you.
Ask Agent Super Ball in the future. What is this place?
This is not our beautiful house.
So many references.
How did we get here?
There's so many references.
Do I know you?
Don't worry about it.
Weren't you going to ask me something?
How to get to the moon, for instance.
Oh, right. How do we get there?
Well, you need a screwdriver.
You need a screwdriver. All right. Where do we get one of those?
We have one of those.
We've got one. We'll trade you for a recording contract.
Hey, Sam, don't we have a recording contract?
Yeah, but we need it for,
Got him.
Huh, I can't remember. It
Get
must
dunked
be
on.
important, or we wouldn't still be carrying it. You kept it so you could bring it to us, right? I guess so.
It's like the movie
Along
Paycheck.
With that carton of missile pops you promised.
Don't push it, Max. All right. Here you go. Well done, Sam and Max. That was the last of your quests.
You have scored 234 out of a possible 500 points.
Weren't you going to trade us something?
But that's not how Sam and Max games
Here's
work.
That screwdriver you
That's
guys
Sierra.
want.
Goodbye. We'll never forget all you've done here today.
Have fun on the rest of your adventures.
I'm even more confused than usual.
That was really good when I figured it out. I appreciated it. Okay, now I'd probably just give the captain the recording contract, probably? I don't know how much of this chapter is left, to be honest.
No siree.
Really? Hold on.
Appears to be made.
Oh, it's a hitbox on the chair. I hate that hitbox. It's a bad hitbox. Accept this.
Here you go, Captain. Your ticket to musical stardom.
My very own recording contract. Now I can ditch this dead weight and become the international superstar.
A mariachi superstar. Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Oh, no, senor. Mariachi music is old news. I'm going to sing songs about trains.
It's so stupid. It's just the best game. It's the best one. How do I mess with you? I need like a new time card, don't I? I'm still not sure why I tampered with the time card printing machine. Maybe I can talk to the computer now or something.
We'd like to get a time card, please.
Issuing time card for Embarrassing Idol.
It's blank.
What would I want to put on it? How would I put something on?
So long.
Get lost, failure.
What is a
It's the
date?
charred remains of an Egyptian mummy.
Stupid. Very, very stupid. Oh wait, it's blank. Does that just mean it's the beginning of all time? Let's give it a shot. Blank time is no time. Snow Dad is better than no dad. I appreciate the songs about trains not just because I enjoy trains, but also because it feels like a reference to the whole Glenn Miller thing.
Just look at it, Max.
What am I looking at exactly?
Everything. Our entire universe, before the creation of matter and energy and quantum particles or something. It's at this spot that everything you know, or will ever know, will be Mr. Featherly.
Oh, hey guys.
Guess the chicken came first.
Mr. Featherly?
Sam and Max?
What about songs by Train? Continue. I'm surprisingly glad that you asked me that. On Twitter this week, I saw like this radioactively bad take that said that like the song Drops of Jupiter by Train was the worst song of all time. And I'm like, listen, Train is a pretty unoffensive band from like a period of time that for whatever reason has become maligned by people from popular music. So I get not liking Drops of Jupiter and or Train, but the worst song of all time, and they implied it was like easily the worst song of all time. And I have a hard time believing that. But I did want to ask the question at some point, what do you think is the worst song of all time? There must be a concrete answer. Kind of doggy paddling. Yeah, I mean, gravity doesn't exist yet because dark matter doesn't exist or something? I don't know. Listen, I play adventure games. I'm not a scientist.
Are you really the oldest living creature in existence?
Or are you the last of a race of terrifying elder gods bent on restoring chaos to our upstart universe?
Neither. I assure you I arrived here quite by accident.
Was this a friend of yours? And if so, are they still... Nah, I mostly don't see anything that my friends put on social media. Which probably says something about me. Most of the things I see on social media are just like recommended by the algorithm. The only one that's really attuned to like people I actually know is Facebook. But like it's also just full of hot garbage and I don't really use it for anything. Other than backing up the save file on my Disney Emoji Blitz mobile game. It says, according to my mom, the Pokemon theme song, since she listened to it so much when I was a kid. Jakey says anything by Nickelback. See, that's exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about, when it's like, that like late 90s, early 2000s, there's a period of like 6 years or something where like, anything that was popular then is just like universally hated. I know Nickelback is like a really easy one to dunk on. And, you know, that's fine, whatever. But I probably won't ever stop enjoying take a look at this photograph jokes. Photograph was good-ish. I don't know if it was good, but I appreciate its existence. What about Creed? I mean, see above. Which one was Nickelback's Spider-Man song? Not Hero. That's not Nickelback, right? Is that Nickelback? Is Hero Nickelback? That doesn't strike me as a Nickelback song. I thought that was like a similar band from that same time period who could easily be mistaken for Nickelback, but I didn't think it was Nickelback. Worst song ever is Wagman. Oh, no. You know what I think is actually the worst song of all time? Because I was thinking about this and I forgot because it's such like a forgettable thing. So now I have to go on this whole diatribe. I'm gonna go full screen. I know this is a waste of everyone's time. So I used to listen to this radio show called The Kevin and Bean Show, which I've talked about. It died like right at the start of the pandemic. It was genuinely a tragedy. Just really bums me out on so many levels. They had like a lot of running jokes I really appreciated. One of them is this weird thing where like anytime they caught word that like an artist who got radio play on their station was like releasing a new song, they would like, leading up to that release day, they would like hype it up. They'd be like, oh man, like 9 Inch Nails or something is like releasing a new single. And then like that day would come around and then like they had this like particular break where they did like entertainment news. And so like what they would do is they'd be like, oh yeah, like today's the day that the 9 Inch Nails song comes out. And then like they had like a soundboard of just like unpleasant songs to listen to. And like they just like kept this bit going on for like a really long time where someone would be like, no, that's not the 9 Inch Nails song. We're obviously joking. It's this. And then it would just be like another like unlistenable song. And like You know, like, for example, like one of the songs they played a lot was like Bohemian Rhapsody, but played entirely with fart sound effects. And like, you know, it's not exactly like offensive, but like it's not a good song. But they did have this one song, and I don't know its like full origin as to why they had it or why they like kept this soundbite. But like, there was this like song written by a paraplegic rodeo clown that's just like some miserable blues song about how he like became paralyzed in like a bull riding accident, and it just like it has like a harmonica solo in it that's just horrible to listen to, and like all the lyrics are extremely depressing. I think that might be the worst song of all time. I like behoove you to come up with a worse song than that. I have to endeavor to like find that song and like put it on the Discord. It's so something. Okay, back to the game now. So he said he arrived here at the dawn of time, surely by accident. How'd that happen?
How'd you get here?
I was filming the climactic volcanic eruption scene in Midtown Cowboys, the motion picture. Suddenly, I found myself abducted onto some type of alien spacecraft.
That tracks.
After a frightfully amateurish song and dance number, I was deposited unceremoniously into the beginning of the universe.
Oh, that old story.
Discovery Channel by the Bloodhound Gang? Yeah. I mean, it's not a particularly good song. I don't think it's close to being the worst song ever. I genuinely don't think that you will succeed at this task by, like, naming a song that, like, everyone is likely to know. I feel like the worst song ever has to be, like, some amount obscure. I mean, Achy Breaky Heart, not good. Definitely not good. The song Friday by Rebecca Black. I mean, I don't think that's particularly close. It has too much meme value, but I'm pretty biased in that. Like, I mean, like, most songs that have meme value are songs I inherently like. So, I mean, you're certainly gonna have a hard time selling me on that. Like, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. I just genuinely think that's a good song. You may not like it, but I think it's, like, objectively a good popular song from its time period. I can tell you the tribute to the greatest and best song in the world. I believe that you can do that. Yeah, I think that's an easier task than what I've set before you. What time period do you think he came from that he was shooting a Midtown Cowboys movie?
Wait. There's a Midtown Cowboys movie?
Yes, well, I'm sure we were going to call you, but we decided to go in a different direction.
Oh, we have got to get a new agent, Sam.
How do you like it here around the Singularity?
I thought dinner theater in Ocala, Florida was dull. But that was nothing compared to, well, nothing.
All songs are obscure to Neko. Maybe Neko has to be the arbiter of this, because she, like, doesn't already know any of these songs, and then whatever one is most unpleasant to listen to, she can weigh in on. Take On Me? Like, in what way do you think that Take On Me would be a legitimate competitor for, like, even if you don't like the song, it's totally fine. Like, I'm not, like, the biggest fan of Take On Me by a-ha, but, like, in what way would that be, like, competition for the worst?
Being here at the start of it all can't be all bad.
Well, I will give it one thing. The acoustics are outstanding!
Why don't you come with us, Mr. Featherly?
I'm sorry. I can't let you do that, Sam and Max.
More references.
That chicken is the source of all life in the universe. Removing him would cause a catastrophic temporal paradox.
Catastrophic temporal paradox! Mr. Featherly's not the only chicken around here.
Got him, Max.
Apparently I am. And there's the rub.
See you around, Mr. Featherly.
Probably not, Sam, since he'll be long dead before we're even born.
Oh, right then. Hang loose, Philo.
Hang loose, Philo. Can I, like, exchange him for
You've
Egg?
been doing a good job, Mr. Featherly, but we decided to cast someone younger.
Very well. As long as I can leave this accursed... wait! What are you doing?
Gotta go in the box.
At once.
Gotta go in the
Suck it up,
box,
Featherly.
bird.
It only takes a day or two to get used to Sam's caustic BO.
Curse you, Max and Sam!
Time stream altered. Jackass.
Put me down at once!
Not yet, Mr. Featherly.
I love that he shouts at us from the inventory, although I'll probably get annoyed with that. Can you
Wait,
shoot the universe?
Where are you going?
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. Why does the egg look like that?
Better not.
I mean, presumably we've altered the universe irrevocably. Go to home, please. He says, I found a really good song today on TikTok and can't get it out of my head. Just an Irish guy rapping. Casper Walsh. Never heard of it. Already feel reasonably confident, not the worst song of all time. But I still maintain that whether you like Drops of Jupiter by Train or not, probably not the worst song of all time.
I can't screw that.
Now he has the screwdriver, he's making screw references. Show Old Mariachi Chicken.
Dear God, man. Do you ever wash that coat?
¿Qué onda con el pollo?
He's from before time began.
Yeah, turns out the chicken came first.
It makes no sense. If that's the chicken, what's there and now?
Well, we left an egg.
Likely story. I'll have to see that egg. But... I'm just kidding. Boy, you past people are so gullible.
Wait! No! Don't put me back in there!
Any more questions about the nature of our existence?
No, the chicken was the big one. Vaya con Dios, Maxi Sam.
Cool, well, I think now I can save Bosco?
Attempt to enter Soul Crushing area. Please acknowledge.
Override, com Officer Pedro. 1, 2, 3.
Calm, officer. So he's still a problem.
Bridge override accepted.
That's fair. So what exactly is his deal? He will leave the ship if I can get someone at some point in history to say that it's their birthday who hasn't already had a mariachi sing to them. How do I do that?
That is no place for a screw. It's the spaceship's artificial intelligence, in smaller, easy-to-carry form.
Also, why do I have this cake sample?
How you doing in there, Mr. Featherly?
It's hot and reeks of cologne and kibble treats.
Glad to hear it.
That's what you wanted, I presume, maybe. Hey, can I get a sample of,
I can't use a harpsichord with that. I can't think of anything interesting to do with mariachi spit, which says a lot about my imagination.
He says, I should jump into Sam Max because it was my birthday last Sunday. So now that we're at this point, I can comfortably say that, like, for a really long time, I've wanted to set something up for the channel that, like, if it's someone's birthday, you set off, like, a redemption, and it's just, like, one of the mariachis saying, like, did someone say birthday? And then I can, like, I don't know, potentially play one of the whole musical interludes from when someone says birthday. Is there anyone left to scan? Can we... No, there's like no slots left, right? Yeah, it's not like a drawer on the bottom. Evolution says, mine was nearly a month ago. Yeah, and you may remember at the time I was like, missed it by this much. And I like didn't really offer any further explanation as to what that meant. It's because I think you were like 1 week off from Moai Better Blues where they like say it for the first time. I'm kind of just curious if there is something else to do here. Like, I have the tar cake sample, and I don't actually, like, know... I don't think it's done anything. Can I leave him at the beginning of the universe?
No way. Better not.
Well, I guess I just got a chicken then. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to the present.
No way.
What?
Better not.
Oh, I still have the chicken out. Rip. Boop. Go home and have a conversation with Max and see if he offers some hint, I guess. I mean, unless... Now that I've, like, done the exchange with these guys, can I somehow...
Hey, future me. I've got a question. Go ahead. What are we doing here again? We all agreed you were going to stand out of our way and play the quiet game for a while. We'll take the case.
Take the case.
That doesn't need to be made radioactive.
Liar.
It's last year's version of Max. Am I really that annoying when I'm on a case, always talking to myself? I can't open that door. It's locked.
I always assumed you were dictating your memoirs.
I don't suppose I get a different voice line for that, do I?
That annoying? I can't open that door.
I always...
Nah, same one.
I wonder what all these undulating tubes and flashing panels are for.
Atmosphere.
Literally or figuratively?
Yes.
We should figure out how to ditch the crew and take this baby on a joyride.
I want to leave it outside Whitley Stryber's house and leave the car alarm on all night.
Don't wander too far, Max.
Try and stop me!
Even in the future, they get reruns.
Wait, there is something I haven't tried that I couldn't do before and maybe could do now? I don't think it's helpful, but I'm not sure what else to do.
Attempting soul delivery.
Override from Com Officer Pedro. Still too soon.
Can I mess with the time controls?
1,000 years spent shivering in anticipation.
You stopped time! Neat! Now make it go backwards.
Ow! That's the best I can do, pal.
Can I stop it somewhat permanently with some sticky cake? There we go. Really needed to make use of that for my own sanity.
1,000 years spent shivering in anticipation.
Okay. Doesn't actually feel like that does anything.
It's the spaceship's artificial intelligence, in smaller, easy-to-carry form.
Still honestly not sure why that manages to be in my inventory.
Attempting soul.
Override from Com.
1,000.
Well, that's the kind of fun.
That's strange. I don't know why that reset. And I don't...
1,000.
Is there something else I can do here?
It won't do anything while time is frozen.
Is there some
Our
benefit?
but dreary pals from Easter Island.
Oh, I understand. That has to be Time has to be stopped in order for me to go in there, or else I get my soul suffered as well. I can't screwdriver because I traded it for a music contract. I have to get rid of that guy. I think that's the only thing left to do. I think I get rid of the guy, I extend the bridge, I stop time, I go in there. That's probably the end of the chapter. Probably? How do I get someone to say birthday?
You look like you could use a break.
Your mustache is drooping. There's that sag in your sombrero.
I appreciate that, guys. I really do. But I can't leave here until there is a new birthday.
A new birthday. New birthday. We'd have to create a new life so that it could be their birthday? There's the baby maker, but I don't have any additional samples or anything.
Sayonara.
Try the calendar again. I mean, I guess we could try. I feel pretty strongly that shouldn't work. Doesn't mean it won't. Why is it called the tractor beam if you don't get a tractor from it? Because it pulls like a tractor does. Which is kind of funny, because I feel like people now know the concept of tractor beam much better than they do the idea that a tractor would pull something in that fashion.
Date.
Oh god. That really is... Is that really it? But there's no birthday here. Did someone tell us a September birthday? Take the...
The new official date is September 16th, Mexican Independence Day.
This is awkward, Max. Are we supposed to get our new mariachi pals a gift?
I think destroying their entire evil operation is the
Yeah, I feel like
Bosco's
Bosco's mom rather, maybe said it like a while ago. September... I want to say like 19th or 29th?
Hey, Superball, is today your birthday by any chance?
No, sir, not particularly.
We don't know what day it is in the future when Superball said it was his birthday, right?
Keep up the good
Although,
work.
Thank you, sir.
A calendar exists in that room. That might be what we need to do. The only thing I don't like about that is that the game, like, really unbelievably strongly hints that you should ignore the calendar. I need this one. Like, I feel like that's a fine puzzle, but the game was, like, so, like, more heavily than I think I can recall an adventure game hinting at me to not use something as an item. It was like, no, don't do that. And then it's like part of this... Yeah, okay. I mean, I have to presume that Smile Timber is functionally similar to September.
Seems like only yesterday it was Gapril.
Ooh, Gapril.
Smile Timber.
How is that not a thing?
Seems like only yesterday it was Gapril.
I mean, Smile Timber 13th? Question mark? I mean, it's circled, but also has a question mark. So that's the only... That's the only question mark. It's the one that they wrote on the calendar. Wish there was a dialogue where you could just tell someone to say birthday. I mean, like, you can have conversations with, like, essentially every character throughout history about their birthday. But, like, most of them are just like, nah. Which is very Telltale Sam Max, to be honest with you.
The official date has been changed. So it is written, so it shall be.
It's really, like, really weird that, like, when you ask Superball if it's his birthday, up until this point he says, not particularly.
Hey, Superball, is today your birthday by any chance?
No, sir, not particularly.
Hey, Superball, is today your birthday by any chance?
No, sir, not particularly.
Well, that
Keep
seems
up the good work.
problematic.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, to be clear, we all understood that calendar, which admittedly says Smile Timber, but it was the 13th, yeah? Wonder if changing it to Yom Kippur does anything. I mean, we could try all the marked dates, I guess.
The official date is September 28th.
I imagine we get a couple quips.
I'm proud that we're sensitive enough to acknowledge and then immediately ignore cultures we don't entirely understand.
The new official date is September 12th.
That's sweet. The president left a reminder for his anniversary. Buy J Hat.
Good advice for anyone's anniversary.
Buy J Hat.
The new official date is September 2nd, Labor Day.
Or, for us freelancers, false Labor Day.
The new official date is September 24th, the autumnal equinox.
The perfect day for holding godless naked rituals in a moonlit glade somewhere.
For those window shopping heathens, maybe, who think you can just pick one day out of the year for your godless naked rituals.
Man, I think I just realized the actual solution. Give me a second. I take a look at the date printed on the card. Super Bowl's birthday is September 6th, 2008, 9/6. Don't know why it's Smile-Tember on the calendar,
so
or why it's the 13th circle. Needlessly misleading, but fine. This is probably a better way to get that information.
Hey, Super Bowl, what day is it today?
It's the 6th of September, sir. It's my birthday. I said, it's my birthday.
Sorry I'm late, amigos. Did someone say birthday?
So good. I love that he just dances there for long enough for you
Wait
to...
up, guys. I'll be there in just a minute.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll send it back for you.
Oh, no.
Gracias for the song, senor. This has been the best birthday ever.
That was a tough one. Okay, extend the bridge, stop time, get the soul. Free the soul, as it were. Sorry, in a temporal sense, none of you get that yet.
Woohoo! Now the spaceship is ours to command. Ensign Sam, set course for
He's standing
ancient
on the suck
Rome.
button right
Our
now.
mission to hug Caligula.
Stop goofing off, Max. We've got to extend that bridge and return Bosco's soul.
What's happening? I don't want to go!
That went bad.
Whoops.
Great. Now we'll have to figure out how to get all up in there.
Okay. Extend the bridge. There's something about the camera changing from that control panel to over here that makes, like, the movement controls get, like, super weird.
Attempt to enter soul-crushing area. Please acknowledge.
We got rid of them all.
Just make with the bridge already.
All right. Extending bridge.
Hola, Sam y Max. You don't know us, but we are time-traveling mariachis.
We do know you.
From the future.
Whatever you do, do not extend that bridge.
Bridge extended.
Uh-oh.
Foreign body in time vortex. Self-destruct sequence engaged.
Madre de Dios, let's get out of here. We could cover some more birthdays. Okay, Pedro, you take the bog in the diner. Pedro, you take the statue-loving lady on Easter Island. I'll take the monster. Oh, yeah. Good luck, Maxi Sam.
So the monster is a birthday, I think,
Setting
in
course
the
for
next
beginning
episode.
Of the universe. Total destruction imminent. Please evacuate immediately.
So, Sam, is now a good time to start pulling my hair out and wetting myself in panic?
Knock yourself out, pal. Better hurry, though.
So if we stop the time widget, Is that enough to stop the self-destruct? Or maybe that combined with removing Bosco's body?
And all those tourists rubbing their hands all over.
Why do we want to help Bosco? It's a good question, because the mariachis would have paid off this time machine if we just let them, like, kill Bosco.
Poor Bosco. The horror of time-traveling mariachis was too much for his weak heart to bear.
No,
Poor
like, move
Bosco.
it, idiot.
Nose.
I don't know what this helps. If I can't, like, meaningfully interact with that area, maybe just try jumping in the portal?
And all those tourists.
Yeah, or maybe hit the button? I guess the button's closer. We could try that
over.
first. But, like, he did say, like, we have to figure out how to get up in there or something like
It
that.
won't do anything well.
I don't like that there's a time section, like, coupled with the bad camera angle control. Like, that's really mean.
No, we can't reach the portal from here.
What happens if I just stand here? That the spaceship is a musical sombrero? It's obviously great.
No, we can't. Poor Bosco.
Can I, like, touch these guys?
Brace yourself for the explosion.
Didn't summon a storm cloud?
Looking forward to blowing up?
Of course I'm not looking forward to it. Is that a joke?
I'm really not going to miss that guy.
You miss that guy? I don't miss that guy.
Pretty exciting, huh?
We can't die now. We have so much to live for.
You
Do we
guys
though?
just cannot make up your minds.
I mean, we could try pressing the button while time is started. I don't know what I think that does.
The soul vacuum's only strong enough to suck Bosco's corpse up halfway.
They can make a time-traveling spaceship, but they can't invent an interdimensional portal that doesn't lose suction.
I don't know what to do with that. Is there a way I can, like, make the tractor beam come through the room or something?
Who set off the self-destruct, Sam?
Doesn't matter, Max. Quick, into the time elevator. Hey, wait for us.
Kinda crowded in here already.
Yeah,
No, it's fine.
good
There's
luck.
a button for that.
Man,
There's
I
a button to
hate
make the
those
elevator
guys.
come back.
Emergency
right here.
recall button disabled during self-destruct.
Oh, well,
That's
that's...
just stupid.
Well, at least it limits our options somewhat. Hey, can you tell me how to disable self-destruct?
Hey, stop the self-destruct.
Impossible. Course set for the beginning of the universe. Destruction imminent.
Why would that be the default setting?
Thousands of tiny pieces, most likely.
Appears to be made of the The mariachis use it to listen across time and space for special occasions.
Something with the tractor beam?
That was our ticket onto this heap. Even in the future, they get reruns.
So... Okay, so the powers of the three statues are to make storms, make wind, make earthquake. Maybe... I mean, I already talked to her. It didn't seem like there was a way to trigger... No, I don't think the chair is anything. I think the chair is like a really annoying red herring. I've tried, like, interacting with it so many times, and he just keeps making the same comment. It seems like the stop time has to be part of this, right? Oh! I think the problem is that I didn't understand the goal, maybe. Give me a second. I think he's a staircase.
So I say, no, I'm not going to start an earthquake, and he's all...
Approaching beginning of the universe. Destruction imminent.
Go, little buddy. It's now or never.
Where do you
Yeah,
think
the
this
problem was that
portal
I didn't
goes?
understand
Anywhere that's
precisely
not
what
on a
our goal
spaceship
was.
set to
It
self-destruct
fine.
and hurtling towards the beginning of the universe.
All right, Sam. If this doesn't work, I'll see you in hell.
I think I know where we end up. If I had to stake a guess, I'd say we end up inside a volcano with no hope of escape, but we'll find out a week from now. Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing in that entire chapter I don't, like, entirely love is just the fact that the game strongly suggests that you don't mess with the calendar, and then it's, like, actually pretty important. But, like, yeah. So, this and Ice Station Santa, in my opinion, like, way at the top of the quality list. I'm a little surprised that I don't think, unless I had a stroke at some point during this stream, I'm pretty sure they still haven't explained the origin of them, which I thought was in the same episode they were introduced. So I guess we have that to look forward to as well. Yeah, I don't know that I have much else to comment on as we wait for our credits to roll. I don't know if we get a post-credits scene. We've gotten like a couple. We had one last week. I feel like we wouldn't because we set that up as a cliffhanger, most likely. Yeah, I mean, I really think that, like, time travel is such a good... It's just such a good pairing with adventure games, which are all about, like, understanding cause and effect at their core. And, like, time travel just lets you do really weird, fun things and, like creative thinking and just all sorts of strange things that wouldn't be possible in basically any other medium, so it just, like, tends to work out really well all the time. I'm still not entirely sure why I had to plug that volcano or what that did. Yeah, I feel like that's what we were implying, was that mariachi hat was the source of the Big Bang. I wonder what the alternate trophy for that is. Because it seems like there's, like, one trophy for beating each of these episodes and, like, another trophy. I had guessed it had something to do with, like, collecting all the spit samples, but I don't think we missed any. Anyway, that was great. I loved this one. Again, like, most of what was going on here I thought took place in the last chapter of this season. So I only, like, have really vague recollections of what to expect from the next one. Trophy's making the AI say everything. Oh, we got pretty close to that. That's a pretty tedious goal, though, unfortunately. I think I would have naturally done that if I wasn't streaming. I did most of the options, but, like, good grief. There's just, like, a lot of things to try and get it to say. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed them and the mariachis whose sole purpose is to celebrate birthdays at any cost, even though they are cursed themselves to have no birthday to celebrate, which is conceptually really confusing if you think about it at all. Because where did they come from? I mean, it feels like it must be another example of a chicken and an egg situation, but like, what even is the alternative? Like, which came first, the mariachi or like what even? Like, what even? But I think we have a few more mariachi related questions to have answered in the last episode, but I think we've had quite enough fun, and I still don't think anyone's suggested a song that's nearly as bad as the awful Rodeo Clown song, which I'm going to try and find for you. But that leaves us with just one thing to do before we complete the stream, and that is to locate Secret Squirtle, because somewhere on this couch behind me are hidden some number of Secret Squirtles. If you're able to locate them, of course, it will be an omen of good luck for you in the coming days, which is especially pertinent once time travel gets involved, because, I mean, that could cover, like, all kinds of distance. So why don't you take a moment, consider where you think Squirtle might be hiding, and I'm going to enjoy some of what remains of this 100% juice apple and remove some of the many various sundry headphones attached to my skull. I will be interested to get a sense of, like, maybe not like a full hard ranking of all the Sam & Max games from chat's perspective when we're done, but like just to get a sense of whether people like the same ones that I do. I feel like for the most part the impression I get is that people seem to especially like the ones that I also especially like, and like the other ones less. I think we can all agree that Mo' I Better Blues is the worst one we've encountered on our replay through. It's simply the chicken, the egg, and then the mariachi. The mariachi started the universe. It's complicated though, right? Because the egg was there first, but like the chicken preceded the egg until we switched it. It's just unclear as to whether that change to the time stream has affected anything. Because like, I don't know, we didn't do a lot of visiting other time frames after that point. Anyway, we've got some guesses in chat. Mom points out to a new stuffed animal who has appeared. Demolition often quick to go for Pikachu. And Nego's got a guess. Perhaps it's under Squidbeard for the millionth time this year. Could be. Let's find out. Well, Nego's guess was in first. But alas, not a Squirtle. Squidbeard was concealing Tiny Spider-Man, who I just sort of realized I hadn't done anything with in a while, and it made me sad, so I had to put him somewhere. As pointed out, is Sanic. He must go very quickly, or something. He was, in fact, spending some time with a little wintry Squirtle pal you may be acquainted with. And Demolition had suggested perhaps... Let anything fall over? No, it's good. Maybe there's a Squirtle behind this Pikachu! Squirtle. I have my arms full of Pokemon. Both of the Pokemon had Squirtles with them. I hope you've enjoyed this. I really love them. Them is like the absolute dumbest. Like, I don't necessarily always use the word dumb in a derogatory way. Oftentimes, I use dumb to describe something that is, like, so, like, not highbrow that it's just, like, amazing in some way. Is that a ghost next to Pikachu? Yeah, that's the Oob ghost. Introduced last Halloween season. I also realized it had been too long. I'm a big fan of this ghost, and I was just, like, rummaging around trying to find tall... fellows, I kind of just wanted like fewer big stuffed animals this week, And I saw Oob Ghost, and I was like, oh yeah, that's going on there. But yeah, like, just them is like a perfectly Sam and Max concept. Like, no other thing would imagine them as like the ultimate villain of the story. And it's just so perfect. Just everything about it is so ridiculous. I'm just so excited to share it with people, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being you, and I hope to see you again soon. If you are available at the same time tomorrow, we'll be playing more of Quirn, at which point we'll be doing some herbology or botany or something. I honestly think we might spend like a full half of the stream trying to like do plant stuff. That game doesn't mess around with its puzzles. At least we probably won't have to do more music puzzles. Probably. But then next week we'll be back to conclude Sam and Max Beyond Time and Space next Friday, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific. And then, I mean, I really don't think that we're gonna get the I always want to call the third season the wrong thing. The Devil's Playthings? No, I don't think that's right. That's like the expression, but that's not the name. Like, there's a mechanic in the third season that I think is called the Devil's Toy Box, and that's also not quite right. Anyway, at some point this year, allegedly, it's coming out. It should basically be out by now, but it's not. So we'll get back to it when we can. And in the meantime, we got some other really good stuff to look forward to. It's been a good year for games on stream. We rebounded really hard from Raincoat because I was like, we're gonna play stuff that's like not garbage. So that train will continue even after we have the unplanned hiatus from Sam and Max. But yeah, I hope to see you guys again soon. Until then, take care of yourselves and remember that you are clawsome.